At the Okoli Law Group, we specialize in producing justice. If you or a loved one in the Atlanta metro area is facing serious criminal charges, then you need serious legal representation.
The Okoli Law Group is here for you. The Okoli Law Group is here for us.
The Okoli Law Group, serious legal representation.
In the tapestry.
Our products are organically sourced natural healthy foods from Nigeria, West Africa, sourced directly from the small local farmers. At Naturalike, we believe what you put in your body and on your body can dramatically impact your health and well-being. Boost your energy levels and satisfy your cravings with a healthy dose of natural sweetness from our products. We're excited to help lead African foods and products into the global health and wellness markets. Follow us on Instagram at Naturalike, on Facebook at Naturalike LLC, and YouTube at Naturalike TV. These organically sourced foods are available at our Amazon store, amazon.com/Naturalike. Email us at naturalikeproducts@gmail.com.
Peace, family. We are live again. Dynasty Mirror Search for Huru. Thank you all. Thank you so much for joining on this Saturday, this beautiful Saturday afternoon. The cold weather has gotten past us. It is nice and warm outside. It is in the 60s. Thank God, thank God, thank God. Guys, hold on. Give me 20 seconds. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Hit the like button again. Please hit the like button. Also, make sure you share and make sure you subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Just want to thank all of you guys who are watching this. Thank you for the support over the years. If you're a new subscriber or if you're just like passing through, please subscribe. Like if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. I will greatly appreciate it. I love y'all. And once again, thank you all for everything that just thank you for joining me on this journey and being a part of the In Search of a Huru family. But once again, you got to hit that like button. Okay, hit the like button. Also, don't be afraid to super chat and Cash App and all that good stuff. Why not? Why not? Got a couple of announcements before we get started. Announcement number 1, 2, and 3. Really, to be honest with you, we are rolling to Nigeria. Again, we are rolling to Nigeria for the Osun Festival. That is August 3rd through the 12th. Again, the Osun Festival, that is August 3rd through the 12th. If you're interested in joining us, please visit donfo.africa. Again, please visit donfo.africa. I will greatly appreciate it. Once again, we are rolling to Nigeria, August 3rd through the 12th for the Osun Festival. We'll love to host you. We'll love to have you. We are going to have an excellent time, a fun time. I mean, Kagame kind of is an imperialist of Rwanda already. I mean, what happens to his political foes, like the opposition parties? Is there even an opposition party in Rwanda? You know, people who speak out against Kagame, what happens to them? They just like disappear. So he kind of is an imperialist somewhat. But a lot of people love Kagame. It's interesting about Kagame. I said Kagame. I'm sorry. Kagame is very interesting. Like people either hate him or they absolutely love him. And I just know, as far as a benevolent dictator, there we go. He is currently a benevolent dictator. And I'm gonna get into. And I'm going to put the link in the chat room here shortly. And then I'm going to give the case on why you might as well give the Congo to Kagame, and then the case on why not. And then I'll put the link in the chat room. You guys can call in and add to the conversation. Because I just know in like Pan-African spaces, people love Kagame. And you want to know the main reason why? Because the roads are clean. I mean, black folks here in America love Rwanda because they got clean roads. I'm serious, because they got clean roads. Man, Donis, I want to go to Rwanda. Why? Because their roads is clean. Okay. Clean roads. So that's why I think a lot of people overlook what Kagame is allegedly doing. Nah, folks, black folks, well, listen, whenever I bring up Rwanda, black folks be like, the roads is clean. Because, I mean, Rwanda is a landlocked country. I mean, it's a landlocked country. Like, you know, from what I've seen, okay, they got nice mountains, I guess. But yeah, it's just the roads is clean. You know, that's what black folks talk about when it comes to Rwanda. The roads is clean, because so Kagame's doing a great job. Okay. So clean roads. I know we westernized. Black folks are just westernized. So that's all they brag about. Rwanda got clean roads. All right. Because to be honest with you, and we're actually going there in November. And I've been saying this for years. You know, the first time I went there in 2012, I've been saying this for years, since 2012. Namibia, South Africa is the best kept secret in Africa. Like, if you want to retire in Africa, you know, I've been telling people, like, Namibia is, if that's what you're into, like, if you into just clean roads and quietness, Namibia, no brainer. No brainer, Namibia. Well, Ron, they ignore. I think what it is, Ron, because the roads is clean. They ignore the political situation in Rwanda. Because, you know, like, for example, you know, say you hate Donald Trump. Again, say you hate Donald Trump. You can stand on the street corner and be like, I hate Donald Trump. I can't stand Donald Trump. Now, you can't make threats against his life because he's the president, but you're allowed to speak out about Donald Trump or any politician. You're not doing that in Rwanda. You go to Rwanda and you say, I don't like Kagame, you might disappear. You might disappear. So again, it's because the roads is clean. That's why I think a lot of the diaspora, Black Americans, they ignore, you know, kind of the politics, the reality in regards to what's going on in Rwanda and the Eastern Congo. But please visit Danfo.Africa. Again, please visit Danfo.Africa. We are rolling to the Oshun Festival. That's August 3rd to the 12th. Then we are going to Zanzibar. That is September 21st to the 30th. Safari Blue. Then we're going to Namibia and South Africa. So it's a two for one. So we're going to Namibia and South Africa. That is November 8th, November 7th through the 18th. November 7th through the 18th. And in May, we are rolling to Senegal for the Jazz Festival. That is May 27th through June 4th. May 27th through June 4th. If you're interested in joining, please visit Donfo.Africa. Again, if you're interested in joining, please visit Donfo.Africa to learn more. We will love to have you. We will love to host you. Again, visit Donfo.Africa. Let's jump into today's topic. Kagame, Eastern Congo. Goma, resources. And let's speak on Congo, or the country formerly known as Zaire, for a second. They have had I can't think of another country that consistently, since its independence, has had the worst leadership, from Mobutu to Kabila, the father and the son, to the president who's in office right now. Congo has had the worst leadership, some of the worst leadership. I mean, has there ever been like just, what would you consider the glory days of the Congo to be post colonialism? What were the glory years in the Congo? The Congo is by far the richest piece of real estate on the planet, but the country has, well, Lumumba only lasted, how long did Lumumba last? A year, maybe, before he was assassinated by Mobutu. Well, he was set up by Mobutu. His own homie set him up. I mean, when you look at like Burkina Faso, Thomas Sankara, and then look at Burkina Faso right now, what Traore is doing. But as far as the Congo, like, when have they ever just had a period? Yeah, but Patrice Lumumba didn't last long. How long was Patrice Lumumba he was prime minister, right? How long was Patrice Lumumba prime minister for, roughly? Somebody answer the question. Did somebody answer the question? How long was Patrice Lumumba? How long was he prime minister for? The West engineered the assassination, but it was a black man that pulled the trigger. 47 days. I mean, come on. There wasn't no 3 years. So, I mean, it's just the Congo has had shitty leader after shitty leader after shitty leader. So the question will be, will they be better off with Kagame just taking over the Congo? Will they be better off with a benevolent dictator in Kagame? Because from my understanding, Kagame-backed forces, allegedly, they're marching to Kinshasa. Again, they are marching to Kinshasa. They're not stopping. So I'm like, well, and a lot of my Congolese friends, they get offended when I say this, when I talk about the Congo. You know, they get offended when, we praise Kagame. But I'm like, you guys might be better off being annexed by Rwanda. You guys might be better off. I know a lot of people disagree with Kagame. Kagame will allow the West to exploit Africa. Is that what's really, guys? I'm gonna put the link in the channel. Like, I need you guys to really educate me. Like, how is the Kagame allowing the West to exploit Africa? Now, from my understanding, I know there's no resources. From my understanding, there's no natural resources in Rwanda, from what I've been told. I don't know a lot about Rwanda outside of the roads is clean, outside of that, and of course the genocide or the war, civil war. They'll split the Congo in 4 parts. But see, that's my question. Where's Congolese leadership to stop it? Again, where is Congolese leadership? That's my question. You guys can get mad at Kagame all you want to, but where's Congolese leadership? Where's the elected leader of the Congo to stop Kagame? Where's the Congo? Congo has what, a population of 140 million? Rwanda's what, 10 million? Why is the Congo hiring? So I don't know if you guys know, but Romanian mercenaries have turned themselves into Rwanda. Why is the Congo hiring Romanian mercenaries when you got 140 million people? And I guess supposedly your own military. What's the purpose of hiring Romanian mercenaries when you have your own military? Just the Congo's interesting. So my response to people, my Congolese and people, just people in general who attack Kagame for what he's doing allegedly in Eastern Congo, I'm like, well, okay, where's Congolese leadership? What are they doing? What's Congolese leadership doing? Let me bring Alan on. Alan hasn't been on in a minute. Go ahead, Alan.
Hey, what's up, man? I can't stay long because I'm actually at a second job. But
Okay.
I want to say this, man. Paul Kagame is a benevolent dictator. Is he a dictator? Sure. He's been in office for 20-something years. However, we're not just like him because he has clean roads. We like him because he created a situation where he had clean roads, and people are calling Rwanda the Singapore of Africa after what we thought was a devastating genocide that we didn't think the country would ever come back from. He was just the right man to come in, tell the people, Hutus, Tutsis, none of that matters. You're Rwanda now, and we're gonna operate as Rwandans. And Africa, quite frankly, needs more leaders who at least do that. Set up systems, put them in place, and end the tribal nonsense. And if he deserves much credit for that. He is a military man. I don't think he should become a full imperialist, but he might. He might.
Okay.
And that's okay. I mean, but I tell you what, Congo has not had any leadership. Maybe what Congo needs is a benevolent dictator to take over the whole thing, manage the resources, and get that place going. And having all the richest, the most nutrient-rich land on the planet in the control of Black people on the continent, as opposed to Europeans working and doing efficiently. He's shown that he can do things efficiently, whether you like his tactics or not. So maybe that's what's necessary in certain areas of Africa. Maybe asking for a Jeffersonian democracy in an area like that isn't suited for it. Maybe that's not the right way of going about things. Just a thought.
All right, let me bring Lewis on. Lewis, go ahead.
Hello there, Dennis. Hello to you, other guest. I like the point the brother is making, but let's not get mistaken, get carried away. You have to understand that there's a backlining story towards the Congo. We're talking about the most richest real estate in the world in the middle of Africa. So it's always been a hotbed for the foreign interest. But having said that, speaking as Black people, let's be honest, if you had a child who was 12 years old and he looked like the size of a 14-year-old in the playground, playing with 10-year-olds, and every time he comes home, he's crying, the little kid pick me up. Eventually, you're going to have to slap that kid up and tell him and teach him how to defend himself. The size of the DRC compared to Rwanda,
right?
Even if you've got people of the same tribe crossing the borderline, they should never be in a position to be able to come in and walk through your most precious precious part of your country and then walking towards the capital. Yesterday, I saw pictures of people in Kinshasa, young men of fighting age, robbing and looting stores. You can go on YouTube and have a look at it.
Right. I know. I've seen them.
The only thing I see the DRC people doing is bleaching their skin, wearing John Pure guitar suits, whilst they've got the most precious minerals sitting there, and a little country like Rwanda can walk in and slap you like a bitch. As for Paul Kagame, he's played his hand for too long, and I think South Africa, they should show who they got and take this man out. He's killed 14 of their people. And they've got most of the UN people in DRC are Rwandese soldiers. So they're obviously selling the minerals to the Western world. So that you got to remember that fight going on. That's why Russia have threatened them that they've got to walk back across the border, because they have clearly defiled the international orders and cut across the borders now. So what is Russia he was complaining about?
Russia did what?
Go ahead.
Russia did what?
Sorry?
You said Russia.
Russia has given a statement to the M23. They should get back across the border. That was about 2 days ago.
Oh wow, okay.
All right, and I think all this is happening because Trump gets coming and the war is gonna Russia has been negotiating, and I think because of that, Kagame is taking advantage at the moment. What I think he's gonna do, he's obviously told the people of his own Tutsi, listen, go and do this, right, and then I'll back you up. And hopefully afterwards, the world don't want to know about anything happening there. So then he's gonna carve himself up a nice niche. He's selling minerals that he doesn't have in his country on the world market. He's been doing it for the last 5 years, especially for the likes of Apple. So let's remember that. But I think Kagame now, he's played his hand for too long. He's no longer the darling, and the only part of Rwanda that's developed is the capital city. Let people stop getting carried away. We are fed up as black people of our people in Africa not getting hold of their resources. And DRC been messing around for too long.
Amen to everything he's just said.
Go ahead, Skylar. Mute yourself, Skylar.
Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, like I said, I kind of agree with Dynasty. Samir, like, he is a benevolent dictator. Like again, every country is kind of an imperialist. Like America's an imperialist. Like the guy said, Russia. He said like, oh, Russia condemned Paul Kagame, but Russia's an imperialist. They're trying to invade Ukraine. China is imperialist. Every country,
there, brother.
I know. I'm not talking about. No, it's not. He invaded Ukraine. That's what happened. He invaded Ukraine. No, he invaded Ukraine. That's what happened.
There's a reason for that.
No, he invaded. He invaded Ukraine.
Okay, what does he want Ukraine for?
He invaded Ukraine.
There's a reason for that. There's a reason for that.
He invaded Georgia. He invaded Georgia. Let me finish. He invaded Georgia. He invaded Crimea. Okay, and there's a reason why Paul Kagame. Okay, so you agree there's a reason Paul Kagame is invading Congo? Since you think there's a reason for Russia, that's not the point. That's not the point. You just said.
What is your point? What is your point?
Let me finish. You said Russia had a point in invading Ukraine. Russia had a point in invading all these other people.
They did. And they still have a point.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Okay, that's my point. And again, eventually every powerful country, like, eventually.
No, what point has Kagame got to invade?
Let me finish.
You gotta let him finish, Louis. Let him finish.
Like I said, I agree. Like, I don't agree with him invading Congo. Again, M23, there are Congolese people who are M23. Like, they say they're Tutsi. No, some of them are Congolese. You can look this stuff up. The guy who made an interview is Congolese. He's a former politician in the Congo. He used to work with Felix Tshisekedi, but then they had a falling out. He joined M23. So they're Congolese. They're like the Niger Delta Avengers. You're Nigerian, right? Dynasty, you know the Niger Delta Avengers?
Yeah, I do.
They're basically like don't like the federal government, so they're working against it because they're being exploited by they feel like they're being exploited. So it's like that. They're just Congolese going against the federal government pretty much. That's M23.
I think that we have to, Skyler, not to cut you off, brother. Not to cut you off, Skyler, but I think we really have to dig deep into that and qualify that, because my understanding, I know a Congolese sister from Goma, and my understanding from the brief conversations we've had about it, it's kind of a touchy subject, so I stay away from it. But the M23, the whole crux of the issue is that many of those guys are Rwandese. Not by nationality, but
listen to me.
Just listen. Listen.
Listen.
That's why I said wait.
Sure.
Why? Just
listen.
chill out. No, Skylar, chill
No,
out. I'm just saying we have to
Bro, let
qualify
me
that.
finish.
Hold
You
on, one, Mike.
can
It's still Skylar. Scott, go ahead, Scott. Don't interrupt, Scott. Go ahead,
Yeah, I
Skylar.
just want him to qualify.
let
We
me
have to
let me
qualify
finish.
that.
Yeah,
We
no,
make
bro, let me
sure.
finish. Let me finish my point, dude. You can Google this. The guy is Congolese. The dude who made an interview after I forgot Ngoma, something like that. He's a Congolese
What about
politician.
the rebels? What about the body?
Hey,
There
What about
are
the
let the
they
guy
are
fit.
mass?
I got. Listen, go ahead, go ahead, Skylar. Go ahead, Skylar.
again, some of them are like ethnic Banya Malenga. They're like ethnic. Some of them are Congolese. They are Congolese, but they're ethnic Tutsi. Some of them are not. Like again, it's like Niger Delta Avenger. They're Congolese who hate their government because their government is not really in Eastern Congo like that. So they're trying to rebel against the government. Again, you could agree with them, disagree with them. I kind of disagree with them, but they are Congolese. Like this rumor that they're Rwandese is stupid. They're Congolese. You can Google the shit. So go on.
I mean, we can Google anything. I'm just saying that's why I said we have to qualify it. That's all. I wasn't saying you were wrong. I'm just saying we have to actually talk to the brothers and sisters who are from there to find that out because we can Google anything. One thing that I think people are missing in this whole thing is Paul Kagame was educated at a U.S. war college. So Africans, black men in general, all over the planet, we need to understand we cannot be led by military men trained in the war colleges of another power, no matter how big or small that other power is, whether it's Russia, whether it's the U.S., China, whatever it is. That's step one. Paul Kagame was educated at the Leavenworth War College. So how can we even be arguing? We're starting off the race in the wrong direction. That should bar him from this conversation in terms of whether he should be a supreme leader or what his right is or what isn't. He was educated at U.S. War College.
Okay, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
I got a question. So anybody who receives a education in America or in the West
I
is
said
barred
military.
from being that's not
I didn't
military.
say,
No. It doesn't matter. Civilian, military, it's the same thing. It's an American college. It's funded by the American government.
Listen. I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. In principle, what you're saying is correct. But listen, listen to what I'm saying. Being educated at a U.S. military college where they train their officers, where they train their brass in the most powerful military on the planet. You cannot have Africa freeing itself if it's being led by men educated in the war colleges of foreign powers. That's just nobody else would have this argument except us, black men. The Chinese wouldn't have that argument. Nobody else would. So that's the first step.
Paul Kagame
okay,
is a
okay. You do know. Hey, you do. All the military
Paul
officers
Kagame is a stooge of the West. Okay. And he's using this conflict to steal minerals. You know how much money he's making from selling his minerals? Even though the DRC got a weak army, we know the rules of international engagement. You shouldn't be crossing into other people's territory and stealing their minerals. That's a crime. He's doing it for big companies like Apple. Okay? We're not happy with the DRC that they're so weak, but Paul Kagame is clearly now played his hand and he's been in power too long. He shot and killed 14 South African peacekeepers. And his soldiers are the biggest soldiers in the UN peacekeeping troops. So he's basically running DRC. Okay, so let's remember that. What we've got to do, brothers and sisters, we've got to make sure that we don't allow people to use our sentiments to take the piss. And that's what Paul Kagame has been doing too long. Even Museveni has been doing that for a lot. He plays up to our emotions. Tell us what we want to hear against the LGBT and all this. Fair enough. But at the end of the day, he's a dictator. Look, he's the only man left in Rwanda. I've got a friend who can't go back to Rwanda. Even though we don't agree in politics, he lets me know the whole scoop. And I can see the evidence of what he's been telling me the last couple of years. I supported Kagame. Not anymore. The only place he's built up is the capital city. The rest of it he hasn't. He's stealing money, resources, and giving it to Western companies. He ain't building nothing. He's just a dictator. He's killed every single man that stands up in that country. He's even imprisoned opposition party who's a woman. Still in jail now. So don't be fooled. There's a fight for the reasons of the Congo. It's still going on now. We are upset that DRC is so weak. They can't defend themselves. But Paul Kagame ain't no friend of Africa. Look what he's threatening the South Africa president with. You trying to tell me he wants peace? No. That man needs to be taken out.
He does?
Agreed.
I have a question.
Somebody has
he's
to control.
educated in the War College of the U.S. I'm not. There's no other argument. If we're literally
I know,
going
I
past
disagree.
that
So
point,
all the military, Ibram Torre was trained by the French. All those dudes were trained by French, and AES.
and you're right. Listen,
they were all trained by the
10
French.
years
So
ago, you're right.
They were
You're
all
right.
trained
10 years
by the
ago,
French. So what's this argument like? Oh, he was trained
you're
by
right,
America.
Skyler. Listen,
They're all trained
10
by
years
America.
ago, you're right, Skyler. 10 years ago, I would have agreed with you. I always thought that the biggest Achilles heel for Africa was Francophone Africa. And look, the revolution, the people who are trying to free Africa come from the Francophone sphere. Some things change. Shit changes. I don't know. I can't explain that.
That's what I'm saying. Your argument is
no, Paul Kagame. Paul Kagame has shown his hand. The brother just said he's shown his hand. He's doing exactly what somebody.
I hear you, but your argument, if you're trained by America, if you're trained in America,
I didn't say that. He's trained in the U.S. War College. I didn't say nothing about America. Yeah. See, the Latinos, listen, wait. The Latinos, listen, the Latinos, they are always against those presidents from the 80s and 90s who were trained at Fort Benning at the School of the Americas. They don't argue about that. For them, they say, no, those dudes are trained by the U.S., and that doesn't mean that all professors that go up there and get trained by the U.S. are coming back and are operatives for the U.S. No, but those guys who are trained at the School of the Americas, they're not for us. The Latinos, they don't have a problem understanding that.
I'm saying your argument of if you have Western education as disqualified, that's just silly.
I didn't say Western education. I said if you're trained in the military, that's why I was very specific. I was very specific.
The military or not, it's irrelevant. The military or not.
You make it irrelevant in the argument.
No, it's not.
You're making it irrelevant in the argument.
No. They are officers in Africa. I'm not.
Guys, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the like button, you guys. Guys, if you're in the chat room, please hit that like button as you come to the chat. And somebody has like some background noise. I don't know if it. Hold on.
I understand the brother.
It was Alan. Go ahead, Freeman.
I understand the brother what he's saying. And Paul Kagame he's that tricky that he's able to twist and sway the mind of black people like that when he comes to Africa. He knows how to say the right things to get us all heated up and all that. But we know that he ain't no Mugabe. When you look at in fact, Mugabe actually in the last couple of years he was left, because don't forget he went into the second war in the Congo, DRC. When they sent a load of troops from Zimbabwe, Chad, other places, about 5 or 4 countries went into DRC to stop some skirmishes that happened about 18 years ago, right? Paul Kagame, Mugabe made it quite clear that Paul Kagame is a stooge of CIA. He made it clear, all right? And he hasn't changed his way because he's their main man there, and he's got away with a lot, all right? And now he sees his moment. Listen, let's be honest. This is not the days of Napoleon or the days of the old empires in Africa. Everybody has drawn territories. We're sticking to it, okay? You got no excuse to go into DRC. If they've got a problem, you stand by your border and make sure nobody gets in. You can't make excuses and say, oh, the rebels are coming to Rwanda, and he reckons that they're bringing minerals into Rwanda and selling it out and flying it out of Rwanda. You trying to tell me you're that weak? That you can threaten South Africa and yet say that you don't know about the people bringing the minerals across and selling it from Rwanda. He's the one behind it. They're the same ethnic group. Diners, remember when you went to Ghana and you interviewed the guy from Ivory Coast? And he was an Ashanti, and was another Ivory Coast Ghanaian man who was an Ashanti. It's just a borderline. They're the same ethnic group because they speak the same language. And Paul Kagame is using them as an excuse to go into DRC and steal their minerals. The sister in the UN, the light-skinned DRC ladies, telling you exactly what's happening.
Yeah, I saw that. I watched it. Let me pull that video up.
She's very smart. Pull it up.
Oh, I'm gonna try to. I gotta find it. But let me look at the history. I was watching that this morning. She was explaining that.
DRC representative by UN. I understand where the brother is coming from, but Paul Kagame, he's been fooling us for a long time.
But my question was why is the DRC doing such a terrible job defending their people?
The only thing I can think of is that maybe the French wanted them to be weak so that they could take the stuff out, because that's what they've been doing, right?
But here's the deal: you guys are advocating for the for these people to continue to mismanage
A message for the world.
the largest
Whoa.
amount of resources on the planet.
Bro,
And
Exactly.
when there is somebody out there who knows how to manage, who's shown he knows how to take
Paul
a
Kagame
country
hasn't shown
that is in a
anything. Paul Kagame is a
situation
project.
and change
So
and
what
make a
you want?
change.
It's
And so
it's
why wouldn't you
amazing
want
how
that?
black
Why would we be advocating for a black
Hey, yo, I have
man
a question.
who does
Hey, I have a
that?
quick question, real quick, guys. I have a quick, yeah.
Hey guys, let me play
if
this.
you,
Let me play this video first. Let me play this video first.
Is that the Democratic Republic of the Congo is being illegally occupied by Rwanda. This is the clear result of decades of impunity and of not holding President Kagame accountable for his flagrant violations and his disregard for international law. The issue that we're looking at right now is a dramatic humanitarian situation. The main city in North Kivu province, Goma, being occupied by Rwandan defense forces with, as a puppet, the M23, a pretense of an armed group. And at the same time, also the Rwandan defense forces and de facto the Rwandan government backing, funding, and equipping an insurgency that seeks to overthrow a legally established and elected government.
Rwanda, of course, has always denied sending its troops into your country, denied its support for the M23, even if the United Nations certainly backs up some of your claims. But I think a lot of people around the world look at this and they're shocked that a country the size of the Democratic Republic of Congo, in terms of geography, in terms of population and resources, is struggling to fight off, as it says, tiny Rwanda next door.
Of course, but what we should not lose out of sight is the dramatic investments that Rwanda has put into arming the RDF and into arming the M23. Even the United Nations peacekeeping mission, one of the largest in the world, that is working side by side with the Congolese armed forces, declared itself being outgunned by the Rwandan defense forces. Military operations and military efforts have been systematically undermined by the fact that Rwanda installed along its border GPS jamming technology that has made it quasi impossible to navigate the airspace, not only for military aircrafts, but civilian aircrafts and humanitarian aircrafts. And this is what we are denouncing, that because of the silence and the inaction, especially of those countries that have been backing Kigali, we find ourselves in a situation where a monster has been created in the Great Lakes region, and this monster is unleashed and everyone is watching. So our call to action to all the stakeholders, but in particular, those countries that have been funding the Rwandan regime, is that this madness needs to stop.
We've heard over the last few days numerous accounts of the suffering of civilians in Goma, whether it's a lack of water or electricity, concern about food, or the problems in hospitals, allegations too of rapes committed on civilians. Well, M23 seems now to be heading towards another major city in the east of the DRC, Bukavu. Can you guarantee the Congolese people that your armed forces will be able to keep Bukavu out of M23's hands?
Of course, and it is out of question that we consider a scenario under which the M23 would advance further. Also, this goes hand in hand, again, with holding Rwanda accountable for what is clearly orchestrated regime change by Rwanda, a country that benefits of so much foreign aid. We ask ourselves the question whether British taxpayers are satisfied with the fact that their taxes have consistently contributed to funding a person who is intent on destabilizing an entire region, but also who has been doing so to exploit illegally natural resources in the DRC.
So to be clear, what are you asking then of Britain, of America, of other Western countries? What do you want?
I think, first of all, aid should be stopped to Kigali. Secondly, there needs to be sanctions targeting the command structure of the Rwandan Defense Forces, as well as the politicians that have been enabling this warfare in the Great Lakes region, and in particular in the DRC. Also, I think that Rwanda ought to be under an embargo for all of its mineral exportations. They should not be benefiting from what has been mined illegally and under forced labor in the eastern DRC. Rwanda should also be suspended. This is a very important point. Suspended as a troop contributing country to United Nations peacekeeping missions. I want to remind you that in the past week, 17 peacekeepers were killed by the RDF and by the M23. peacekeepers killed by Rwanda, which is one of the largest troop contributing country to United Nations peacekeeping missions. It is unacceptable that in 2025, we have to witness a country that presents itself as a peace bringer in other countries be a warmonger in the Great Lakes region.
Your president, Felix Tshisekedi, refused an invitation to meet the Rwandan President Paul Kagame at a summit in Nairobi to discuss this crisis with regional leaders. Not a good look, is it?
Well, I would want to remind you that there is a framework under which the political tensions between the DRC and Rwanda was being negotiated, the Luanda process. I would like to remind you, a peace agreement had to be signed between the DRC and Rwanda under the auspices of Angola. It is President Kagame who did not show up. We are urging, just as all members of the Security Council have done so, for the return to the negotiation tables at the Luanda process. And President Kagame, we have yet to understand why, has been shying away from participating in this process since 15th of December, when he was a no-show, and President Kagame then resorted to doing what he knows how to do best, warfare. There is a peace process, and Rwanda is missing in action in that peace process. The action that Rwanda is undertaking is a very deliberate choice, and the world is seeing it.
All right, let me pass it to D. Toto Kisser. Go ahead, D. Toto.
Man, first thing first, man, shout out to your platform, man. I love the topic that you're doing today, bro, because, you know, just by chance, I did a whole 6-hour study on this, how this whole thing started. So it's rich to hear Lewis. Lewis, this my guy. I like Lewis. Lewis is arguing. You my guy, man, but you're dead wrong on this one. The only thing that you're wrong about is that you don't have any option. So it's almost like what the United States did with Saddam Hussein. And what was the other one that Obama took out and Hillary Clinton took out?
Gaddafi.
Was it? Well,
Gaddafi. You get what I'm saying? So you're calling for his head. Right, but I'm just using it as is. I'm just using it as literal point. Just put the literal example point. So if you take him out and he's the most stable, you get what I'm saying? And you talking about South Africa doing it. If you talk about South Africa, you might as well talk about white people doing it, because white people run South Africa. White people have the power. Hold on for a second.
Let him finish, please.
Hold on for a second, man. I'm finna cook this all up for you, bro. Because I this is fresh in my brain, because I just started studying this at the end of December. So if you talk about South Africa, who is 90%, the politicians in South Africa is just puppets. White people run all the business. White people have the power structure. White people have the private airport. You get what I'm saying? So when we go back to what the other brothers saying and talking about where they was went to school at and all that, even the leader that used to be Burkina Faso, the one that got killed, set up by his homeboy, was trained. You get what I'm saying? So so sometimes I don't even understand why people in America have anything to say about this shit. Because at the end of the day, everything that chick said that's going on in the Congo right now, Dynasty, was already going on.
No.
The Congo people was doing it to themselves. The Congo people was raping each other. The Congo people was extorting each other. The Congo people was disenfranchising each other. They ran it like the mob. You get what I'm saying? Had people scared to come out. So you talking about the leader of that MS-23? He been trying to work with him. He been trying to talk to him. And whoever said that military is not, the military are Congolese. See what it come to with
no.
Hold on, let me finish. They are Rwanda and Congolese. It's just the same way like we stay in Georgia. Did you stay on the border of Alabama and Georgia? You know, you can say y'all ain't the same, but y'all still the same. Y'all, it ain't nothing but a line that separates you. But what happened was, after the genocide happened, Dynasty, the Tutsis, the one that started the massacre, they went to the border. So imagine this, Diners. You in Georgia, somebody, said do a genocide in your where you at, and then they just go to the border of South Carolina and post up. That's what happened. Hold on, let me please let me finish, man. They went to the border, set up camp, and the president of the president of Rwanda and Uganda was both by the UN and other countries was said to give them aid. They didn't want to give them aid because the military people that were doing the genocide fled with them. They was in the camps also. The leader from Uganda and Rwanda asked the UN. He even did a speech. Y'all talk about all the speeches he do to bring up the speech where he did to the United Nations, asking them to go in those camps and before he go in there, send his military in to give those people aid. They need to go in there and unarm the people that just committed a genocide. That shit went on for 3. Hold on, but please, bro. We can't even have. Listen, just please. Then when they didn't do it, that shit went on for 3-4 years, and then they sit it in and start bombing them out of there. Because it's at the end of the day, at war is not pretty. You get what I'm saying? Even in the United States, when they was dropping Agent Orange across Vietnam, that shit was hitting kids, grandmamas, aunties, baby mamas, and your other baby mamas. Shit happens. But the military and the North with the M23, they was trying to work out. They got a whole community up there where they have like a pecking order, like the Jewish people. They have people in charge, diners. They have aldermen. They have all that to work out. People have a problem. You come in, try to work it out. You get what I'm saying? In Kinshasa, the bottom of Congo, it's lawless. So all y'all have something against what Kagame is and what he stands for, but y'all have no other option. As far as Rwanda, it ain't that black people just like that the roads are clean. People like that. Everybody that I know have been to Rwanda, the one thing they always tell me, Diners, that we don't feel like we're preyed upon when we go to Rwanda. You know what I'm saying? We feel like we can walk around normal. Any other country, even me, when I went to Kenya, when I went to Nigeria, when I went to these places, everybody that I know that have been there, they all talk about watch your back, watch this, you got to go through this, go through that. Of course, the roads is good. Of course, on Sunday, he got an initiative where everybody takes off of work and clean up. You get what I'm saying? But instead of throwing the baby out with the bathwater, if he put that motto Congo need to do something. So what I can't stand or fathom as a businessman to keep saying that it's the richest real estate when the people don't even know what it's worth. It's white people telling you what those minerals worth. It's white people that telling you how much the cobalt is. So let's say, for instance, the tomorrow diners, they get away from using cobalts and phones, right? They switch to another type of cell phones. How much is the cobalt worth then, diners?
Nothing. Toilet paper.
You get what I'm saying? So this is last part. I swear I'm finna end it in 30 seconds. The thing that always grinds my gears is when Africans talk about how much resources, they never talk about how much wealth, because the wealth is tied to the West. So if the West come in there and tell you, hey, this rock right here is worth $1 million, now you like, oh shit, we got rocks worth $1 million. But before the West told you, it was just a rock. And I passed the mic.
All right, go ahead.
Hey, I have a question.
Well, hold on, go, Louis. Hold on, Louis. Scott, Louis, you got 30. You got 30 seconds. Skylar, you got 30 seconds. I'm gonna pass it to Congo.
I know exactly where you come from.
Thank you, Diners.
Oh no, just let me make a quick point. I know exactly where you coming from, House of Smart. But hear me out, brother. Paul Kagame. How long ago was that war? That brought Paul Kagame into power. That man has been using that. Thank you. Those soldiers that were fighting in that war probably dead and gone. That man has been using that excuse to go in and steal the minerals and selling it to Western countries. That's what I'm saying. I hear what you're saying. The DRC are weak. We got to sort it out. But wouldn't it be best if you, Paul Kagame, stayed in your bloody part of the world and stick to your bloody country, because you're not elected leader of DRC, you're not from DRC, and let the Tutsis who are in DRC fight to be part of DRC and get equal. Stop using it as an excuse to go across the border. That's what I'm saying, Hustle Smart.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, you said for the FDLR is dead and gone, but Paul Kagame is still here. So if he's still here, then how come they're dead and gone? If you say they're that old, I mean, they're the same age, Paul Kagame and FDLR, so they're still there in the Congo.
Paul Kagame
and second, I have a quick question. I have a question. If Paul Kagame lead the Congo, will there be any militias? Will there be an M23 if Paul Kagame led the Congo? Like, do you seriously believe that? Like,
no, not really.
I kind of like we're dying.
Really.
Like, yeah, exactly.
I've got friends from there, brother.
Would there be people flying to Belgium, to Europe, all the damn time for no reason, like Felix Tshisekedi and every other Congolese politician? I mean, look at Paul Kagame and Felix Tshisekedi. Felix is a fat ass, and Paul Kagame is still lean and still fit. That's how you can tell the mentality between the two. That's how you can tell the difference.
By nature. That's his genes, brother. That's his genes.
No. That's him working out. That's him being a military man. That's him standing on business. And the problem with you guys don't stand on business. Yeah. And Sarah Ramaphosa is also a bitch too. Like, the guys can't even get wiped out of this country, but you can't get on.
Because if that was me, trust me, if that was me, my special forces would have taken out that fucking Paul Kagame. It wouldn't take no about 3 days, mate. 3 days.
Yeah, my point is this.
Listen, hear me out. Go ahead, bro.
Well, let me pass the.
Go ahead.
My point is
let me pass.
Okay,
the mic
go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead, Nikongo. Go ahead, Nikongo. Nikongo, unmute yourself.
Yeah, can y'all hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, brother.
Hey, Nikongo, call back in on another line. We'll go ahead, Wilfred.
Just for the record, everybody is stealing in Africa. Everybody.
Go ahead, Wilfred. Unmute yourself, Wilfred.
Hi. I can't stay for long because I'm at work. But first of all, I just wanted to say, to remind you, Dinus, once again, that I was there a few days ago, right? And I told you that the Rwandese and the M23, their proxy, had the intent to walk to Kinshasa if they can. And that's why they announced officially, right? So once again, to Niger, who was saying that I was making stuff up, I'm always right. Call me the oracle. To this point, whatever. I'm just going to be quick. Talking about the region, I don't know what you guys said before, because as I said, I'm at work. I just jumped in. But I would say, looking at the title, that I'm utterly disappointed, I must say, from many people, especially, it seems, African Americans, who seem to admire Kagame just because he happened to have built some beautiful stuff.
Yes,
in Kigali.
The streets are clean.
Right?
Clean, yes.
Is it really?
Sorry, bro.
Sorry,
the Clintons brainwashed America about Paul Kagame. The Clintons done that.
I mean, I'm sorry to have to say this. It is absolutely despicable, okay, to back up a genocidal dictator just because he happened to do some stuff good.
Yep.
Right? And then to claim to be Pan-African. I'm sorry, Dinus, but that's I have to come after you for this. That's like because sometimes I hear you. I'm coming for you right now, right? Also complimenting Alassane Ouattara, or the last time Patrice Talon, by saying, yeah, but they're building stuff. Okay, but at what price? There are 20 million people. 20 million people who died over 30 years. Because of this, so that some people in Kigali can build some beautiful hotels and yes, do some good stuff. I'm not claiming it's not good, right? For instance, Rwandese, right, do some stuff well. When you go to Rwanda, if I'm not mistaken, you don't need a visa. If you want to make a business, it goes swiftly. I mean, there are lots of good stuff about Rwanda, but is it worth 20 million lives? I'm sorry, I don't think so, right? Plus, there are many arguments saying, yeah, but they should have made a deal in order to exploit the resources. Yes, if Kagame was a Pan-African, he would have done it. They would have integrated the region, right? The Congolese are also at fault in this because of corruption. But that's not what this guy do. This guy is taking everything for himself and killing millions of people. I don't give a damn about what you're saying. Okay? 20 million people, about 30 years, is not worth a little bit of bling bling and facade. Especially because in Rwanda, when you get out of Kigali, this is a poor country. Dirt, poor country. Like every other country. It is the exact same phenomenon that you have in Côte d'Ivoire. In Côte d'Ivoire, Abidjan looks good. If you have money, you can go there. You're gonna be good. As people living in the West, coming from the West with Western currency, we wouldn't have any problem living there, right? We would be living it up, like you say in English, right? Because for those who don't know, I'm not a native English speaker, so sorry. But Ivory Coast that we're talking about, especially Côte d'Ivoire, right, is a country that Alassane Ouattara sold out to the foreigners. It doesn't belong to the Ivorian. So I'm sorry, but I'm tired of hearing people coming here and telling that it's a good stuff, that this dictator is good because they come there and they see good stuff getting built. While literally the overwhelming part of the population is suffering from this. This is utterly ridiculous and disgusting. I'm sorry. And by the way, right, I'll go back to the example of Côte d'Ivoire, right? If you go there, yeah, you're going to live it up, right? But just for the information, right? Côte d'Ivoire that you see is a major exporter of migrants, right? And also one, if I'm not mistaken, it is Africa's country where the consumption of antidepressive is the highest and where the suicide rate also is the highest. You have to wonder why, right? And don't get fooled by the fact that in many African cultures, right, we do not acknowledge even the existence of illness like depression. And I'm talking as a nurse, right? I'm wearing my scrub or whatever you know, and as a medical student, right? We have Côte d'Ivoire has the highest rate of suicide, the highest using of antidepressive, right? People are bad there. It's bad for them. The situation is utterly bad. And I'm tired of hearing people here defending Kagame because he happened to be good organized and so on. This is really despicable, sorry. Well, I gotta go now, sorry, but that's what I had to say.
I think...
Well, guys, let me pass the mic. Go ahead, KO. Mute yourself, KO.
What's up, y'all? Can you hear me?
We hear you loud and clear. Go ahead.
I'm just gonna speak real quickly and say, the part of the reason why our community all over the globe is in the position it is in is because we constantly have one leader, one family, one group who wants to undermine others in our community for the sake of themselves or their family or their group. And we, yes, and I haven't been watching. I just logged in. I'm gonna log off right now. But yes, Kigali might look nice. Yes, Kagame might have helped after the genocide and the war. But him supporting some group that is killing other Black people in the country next door and taking their resources, we cannot accept that. And also, we cannot continue to accept some person in our community undermining other people for the sake of himself, his family, or his nation. We can't do that anymore. I just want to say, as I log off, I want to say there are other ways for all of us to benefit that doesn't include killing other Black people. We can benefit without killing and destroying other Black people. That's the only thing I want to say. Thank you.
Can I say something real quick before I go?
All right. Then I'm gonna pass it to
I have a question. I have a quick question.
That didn't even make no sense what he said.
Yeah, there's so much I want to say.
Come on. Hey, I have a quick question. Hey, can I say something? Let me ask you. I want to ask you. Let me ask you. Hey, that guy, he said Paul Kagame is undermining Black people. I have a quick question. Why is Felix Tshisekedi paying white mercenaries $5,000 when he's paying his black Congolese people $100?
Oh, come on, this ain't no time
Like,
for all
so,
that.
so
This
he's not
don't have
anybody's
time
own
to train
people.
them up. This ain't no time for that petty rubbish. Come
Like,
on.
is he?
Let me just respond
No,
to you.
No,
that ain't
sir.
rubbish.
No, like,
That ain't
why is he like
rubbish
he's on
because
his own people? Like, what?
Sierra
No,
Leone
Felix is
did
on their
that
own people.
too.
Like, what are you
Can
talking about, bro?
I just want to respond.
That's true. That's
Y'all
true.
kill
Yeah,
their
like,
own people.
Let KL
yeah,
respond.
y'all
Go ahead,
attack Paul
KL.
Kagame saying he undermined black people. Felix is on other people.
All right, so let KL respond. Go ahead, KL.
Okay, I just want to say, I am not saying that the leadership in the Congo is perfect, or that they're good, or that they don't do things that are just as bad or almost as bad as Kagame. I'm not saying that. I just want to say, because because most of us are English speakers, we never hear about how the people in the Congo, because they're French speakers, how they feel about the Rwandans or the Tutsi. A lot of them don't even like Tutsi because of what's been going on. So you have to understand that there are a lot of our people who are suffering because of what some other people in our group do. And we can't allow, no one black person can say, I'm going to kill you and take your resources for myself. We can't do that anymore. We can't do that. That's all I'm saying.
Can I say something now? Can I say something now?
Let me pass to Alan. Go
Yeah,
ahead, Alan.
listen. You guys are soft. That's what your problem is. Soft, soft as Charmin. Listen,
Speak, Alan.
How do you think the Europeans got where they got? Man, they fought it out, and they did it. The Anglo-Saxons. Yeah.
Alan, let me say this, Alan. If you want to fight it out, you're going to be first.
The
If you want to
Angles.
fight it out, Alan, you're going to be first.
Can I finish
If you
talking, and
want to
then you
fight
can
it out, Alan,
counter what
you're
I'm
going to
saying?
be first.
Can I finish saying what I'm saying
But
first?
do you understand that? If you
You're
want to fight it
countering
out,
what
you're
I'm
going to be
saying,
first.
and you don't even know what I'm going to say.
I know what you're going. If
You
you
don't.
want to fight it
You
out,
do not know where I'm going.
Let him
be
finish.
first, Alan.
Let him finish. Go ahead, Alan. Go
You
ahead, Alan.
said you was logging off, KO. So log
No,
off.
listen.
Right.
If you want to
The
fight it out,
angles.
you're
The
going to be
angles.
first.
Let Alan finish.
You're going
Go
to
ahead,
be
Alan.
first.
The Angles, the Saxons, and the Jutes came over from Germany and took over England, and there are the Anglo-Saxons you have today that are part of your royal family in England, right? You have these are things that things naturally progress. What you guys are suggesting is that we should allow the greatest amount of resources on the planet to be in the hands of a failed state filled with dandies and a whole bunch of people who aren't serious about doing anything, and not allow a guy who has had proven track record of saving an entire society and making it into something productive, and allowing him to do that. Yes, through some military force, but that is what's necessary. You guys are acting as if hold on. You guys are as if he's taking the resources, as if the whole world, the whole planet, isn't taking advantage of the fact that Congo, made the Congo into the failed state that it is today.
Now
If the Congolese cannot figure out how to make themselves a functioning state, allow a man who knows how to do it. That is how black people. That is how black people progress.
My brother, why have you done that so special? You know the fact of Rwanda compression.
I gotta pass the mic. Let me. Then I'll pass it to Omar.
I agree. He's right. Alan's right. Alan's right.
Go ahead. Unmute yourself, Owu.
Right. Is that for me?
No, Owu, you gotta unmute yourself.
Your name ain't Owu Lewis.
Owu, unmute yourself. Owu, you gotta unmute yourself. Hold on, let me unmute him. All right, go ahead, Owu.
Can you hear me?
Here you go ahead.
All right, first of all.
But yeah, Alan was right. Like, that's how progress works.
It ain't your turn, bro. Go ahead, Owu.
All right, so cool. First of all, I study international humanitarian law in Geneva and at the Nelson Mandela Metropolitan University in South Africa. I debated throughout the SADC countries, and obviously in Europe and in the United States. I'm from California. I'm in California. My boxing and kickboxing trainer was from the Congo the whole time, the 3 years I lived in Southern Africa and traveled throughout Africa. I did extensive research and studies and papers on this entire thing. And the debate is futile because the leadership on each side have been sabotaged and even corrupted. And to idolize another man, to covet another man, Paul, That man is a man. And just because somebody start off right don't mean they end up right. Just because they start off with good intentions and do good things. And he himself alone did not save Rwanda, did not rebuild Rwanda no more than did Nelson Mandela rebuild South Africa. We have to come out of these ideologies that were impressed on us from Europe to think that one person is the almighty God or the almighty devil. Nobody is all good and all bad. There's people corrupted and that's sabotaging Congo that are from the Congo and at the top and have been. There's people from Rwanda, Burundi, and Uganda that's probably in on it too. But we all know the small hats and the Euros instigated and started all this mess. So us sitting back debating is a thing we do, I know, but insulting each other isn't okay. To empower Paul is to act like Rwanda is not listed as having more of the wealth from cobalt, the natural resource, than the Congo itself. Why are they the ones having all getting all the income and wealth from it? And why aren't the people in Rwanda or the Congo benefiting from that? It's just asinine. It doesn't take much good sense to know that people in the Congo that are Congolese at the top, people in Rwanda and all the neighboring countries are bribed off, under control, or being blackmailed into corruption. How about a little bit of it all? Why are we idolizing Paul? And then why are we not saying there's people in Congo that need to get their shit together, just like over in Haiti? We need to just be more holistic in this perspective. That's what I wanted to put it there, because if you had to sit up and debate this shit like I did and do all these studies for years and travel the world doing it, it just sinks in. It sinks in real deep. And you go to these places and you actually see it grassroots with your feet on the ground. It's just really sad. And I know you guys really admire Paul and all that, but he's not what you think. And he's not to be totally blamed either. Anybody that's trying to just blame him, he's not to be blamed. But I don't have a solution for the problem also. I'm not that egotistical to think that of myself, you know?
Congolese, I would suggest.
It's pretty sad though, you know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, it's some big heads that are corrupted. I grew up in the dope game in California. You know, I just happened to, as I became an adult, to end up be blessed enough to go over to Africa and to do the studies and do the teachings I did in the universities and travel and do world's debate and all that. But growing up in a dope game, you learn that all sides are corrupted at the top and need to be cleaned up.
And my only point was, and listen, if anybody got offended by saying soft, you know, I apologize for if that's how you guys, you know, took offense to that. But you know, but to me,
a lot of maps I would like to use to help.
I'll call. Let Alan finish. You know, we'll go ahead, Alan. I'm calling you next.
But to me, you know, that is a problem with black men. We have very few black men in anywhere who are willing to go ahead and put themselves on the line to solve problems. I think the comparison of Paul Kagame to Mandela is a false one, because I don't have a whole lot of regard for.
I doubt you did the research as much as me.
Hold on, can I finish, man? You know, and then you can dispute everything I said and say is garbage. I'm just, you know, let me just talk. Paul Kagame actually is out here putting in work and doing stuff, you know, and so it's a much different style of leadership than Mandela post imprisonment. Post imprisonment. Matter of fact, Paul Kagame is closer.
Brother, why is he the only man in the country? Why is Paul Kagame?
Man, y'all do not let people speak, man. What is wrong with y'all? Grown ass men don't let men speak, bro.
Alan, you got.
There ain't no discussion. Your word ain't more important.
Oh no, Alan, go ahead. I'm passing the call. Go ahead.
Yeah. My point is that Paul Kagame has shown that he has succeeded. Had he did everything on his own? Absolutely not. Nobody does everything on their own, right? But he's been the leader for over 2 decades, and it's completely different there than it was in '94 when all the bad stuff was going on, right? And so he deserves credit. That place was Rwanda was a failed state. The Republic of Congo has been a failed state for almost its entire history, for various reasons. You can't say you were. So we got to take that into consideration.
Hold on, Louis, chill out. Okay, let me pass it. Go ahead, Omcall. Let me yourself, Omcall.
I agree with
All
that
right,
part.
this is Omcall, and I think on this live, I might be the only Congolese here and who's educated on this matter.
Very good.
I sent you, Dinah, some maps.
Yeah. I'll pull them up here shortly, but just go ahead. I know go ahead, Omcall. Go ahead.
I'll say first, the problem of most of us Black people or melanated people is to talk about issues without understanding the historical backgrounds and understanding, the deep. I thank you all for what you've said, and I think you understand the situation very well. And I'm not gonna blame probably Paul Kagame directly or blame I can blame my leader, but I would like to present to you the facts, historical facts, and tell you the story as somebody who came.
Hello, everybody. Thanks again, Dynasty.
Who lived in Rwanda, Burundi, Tanzania, Uganda, South Africa, and now United States. And I've read this. I have maybe 10 books with me here, which I can recommend.
Are you CIA?
No, I'm just a Congolese guy who likes to do his educated.
Yo, can you guys hear me, by the way?
And if Dynas will permit, I would like to first, do you see even the conflict in Middle East? If you don't understand the background, the history of the conflict, you're going to be just superficial. You're going to be blaming people for stuff which you don't understand. On map, if Dynas can put up, there is a map number 1, the first map. I sent him the map of the.
Go ahead. It's just.
Should I put it on video?
Yeah. You gotta share it, put it on video, and I can share it, and I'll put it up.
Here now, it's
share it now and then talk while he's pulling it up.
But just continue and talk
because I was scanning. Okay, yeah. So if you look, I think people are on their computers or they are on their maybe tablets or stuff. You have to understand first that today's Rwanda, the concept which a lot of people have of today Rwanda and Congo, actually, when you want to understand this study, is not the same. Ancient Rwanda was not the same size with today's Rwanda, and that's where
brother, we understand it. If you go there, we're gonna be here too long.
No, okay.
But he has a point, Omcall. Like we don't like. I get you. We know there was the Mali Empire. We know there at one time there was the Empire. Yes. We know that. I mean, we get it.
We understand a little bit.
Okay, I'll go fast forward. So you have to understand that today's Rwanda is a result of conquest, which started in 1850 until like the 1890 in the 1900s. So even when the colonizer arrived there, the German or the Belgian, Rwanda was not this size which is today. Today's Rwanda is bigger than ancient Rwanda kingdom. So we go to Congo side. All the eastern part of Congo, there was also other kingdoms. You had the Bahunde, you have the Bashi, there is Bafuliru and Bafira, from where I'm from. So now let me fast forward now to the problem. So our brothers from Rwanda, which you hear Hutu and Tutsis, they are not tribes. They are social groups. That's where other people also make a lot of mistakes. So as they are social groups, their tribe is Banyarwanda. So when they start coming to Congo, like there is a great author and historian, Jan Vasina, who was professor at Madison. He wrote a book, The Evolution of Rwandan Kingdom from the Origin to the 1900s. He showed on page 65 to 90, he showed that these people start coming in today Congo in the 1890, running from Rwabugiri, Kigero Rwabugiri's, conquest. So,
brother, that's the story all over Africa, bro. That's the story all over Africa.
Yes. So when people, first of all, I wanna debunk the myth of saying that those people have been there for 400 years. It's not true. But they are our brothers. Our elder welcomed them as brothers. In the 1959, there was a bigger group that came. So fast forward to today. So what's the problem? What are they fighting? Are they fighting because they've been discriminated or killed or stuff? No. I'll go to another book, In Praise of Blood, The Crimes of Rwandan Patriotic Front. So you have to understand that the Rwandan genocide, it was a USA or these powerful countries made, like the USA, UK, political system and military system. Why they did that? Because in the 1980, they went to Mobutu. They discovered that Congo, eastern part of Congo, there is a lot of oil in Lake like Albert to the Lake Kivu. But Mobutu was not cooperating. So they went and got a deal with Museveni, saying that they will help Museveni so that he can help them lay down overturn Mobutu.
TTI as well.
Yes. Fast forward to Rwanda. The former government of which was there, Rwanda in 1990, didn't want to do the job of overthrowing or invading Congo and overthrowing Mobutu. So they thought that's when they sponsored Kagame. Kagame was trained here in US at Fort Leavenworth. You can look at this up. And that's when now they invaded or attacked Rwanda. When you look at the map, a CIA map of how that operation was done, you will see that they attacked from northeast so as to close the border between Rwanda and Tanzania, and the south so as to close the border between, so they closed Tanzania and Burundi so that all these people can be pushed in Congo. By that time, fast forward, the Congo's army was already weakened and the Congo's government was already weakened because of, yes, the corruption of Mobutu and mismanagement, but Congolese were fighting. They were fighting, even Mobutu was even accepting already to go to elections. But, the powerful country had other plan in mind. That's why those Hutu went, and not only Hutu, people don't know this, they're hiding this, but the first refugee of 1994 to go to Congo were Tutsis. Why? Because already there were killings. The first one who were welcome were Tutsi. I was in Bukavu at that time. And if you know where Bukavu is, you'll understand that I could see. Then later on, the Hutu came in. Why was that done? So because they knew with the geography of Congo, forests and mountains, it will be difficult for Congolese, for then Zairian government to control those people. So it will be a perpetual situation, a perpetual problem.
A big place. It's a big place.
Which will be using as alibi to invade
Why,
Congo.
hello, brother, if I can just interrupt. Why all this time have not the DRC government put a troop or garrison there, knowing well all the minerals are there, knowing how long it takes to get from Kinshasa to that place? Why is there not a military post that belongs to the DRC people so they can defend themselves?
Good.
Because they ain't build the infrastructure. They ain't got the infrastructure to get there.
Very good
Bro,
question.
all the money going out, you just giving your money to France?
But that's the same thing. That's the same thing we was having that conversation about, Lewis. Is that people taking the money, but they're not putting it into the country. They're putting it in their pockets.
Can I answer? As a Congolese, I'm not going to talk about any president. I will recommend you a book, Strategy of Chaos and Lies. Let me see the picture so that you may understand.
No, brother.
The meaning.
Yeah, I know, brother. Are you familiar with the book that was written by Kwame Nkrumah regarding the Congo fight for the Congo?
I'm sure. I know of this.
Right.
I know that.
Right. That is a better book than anything you got there.
Yes.
At the end of the day, brother, when something happens in a village or a country, we come in. Others come on. They want to ask, where are the men? The men are in Kinshasa. They are looting the shops. They're bleaching their face. They're wearing Jean-Pierre Guitar bloody suits. And no wonder why a little Rwanda walk in and slap you like a bitch.
Now you preaching, Lewis. Now you preaching, Lewis.
Can I
making Africa look weak.
Do I look here? Do I look like I bleach my skin?
You don't, but the rest of your brothers, that's what they're doing in Kinshasa. They should be fighting.
Now. That's like what 2% or 3%, and not intellectual. But this is the problem, which a lot of people don't want to understand. The Congolese affair, if you read the book written by Kwame Nkrumah, he even said this. The Congolese affairs have never been decided by the Congolese people. Remember when
we know that. We know.
Patrice Lumumba, what happened? Hold on. Patrice Lumumba,
we know they killed him. We know. You should use.
Wait now. Wait. Can you give me even 2 minutes?
Bro, you gotta bring it back to modern times, bro. You keep going back to 1950 and 1859. Bring it to 2020. At least to 2020, bro. Come on, bring it
from
at least.
2003 and 2006. There was election in 2006, okay? And the Congolese went to polls. They elected a president. But do you know who actually chose and who they actually put in power? He's not the guy who was Congolese interest. He's not the guy who was elected.
Who put them in power?
Of course, there was a group called. So it was composed of U.S., Great Britain, Belgium.
Why do you let them tell you what to do?
Okay, now good question.
Because you don't have men on the ground. You got no men in the country. That's why.
Right.
They come and tell you this and that. You got no men in the country.
Did you hear somebody say here, other than M23, there is other than 100 groups of Congolese militias? Let me explain now how those militia formed. It's like when they imposed that president, people were like, no, we can't take this. We will fight it. They fight peacefully. They were quelled by the military and all these Western, mercenary that you call UN force or MONUSCO. So what they did, we're going to take up arms. After they take up arms, that group, then they're going to label it as armed group. Do you see? That's why I always tell people, among those groups, yes, there are armed groups which are formed, instrumentalized by Rwanda.
Bro, we understand how militias work. We understand that M23 is not just one militia. We know it's splinter set. It's people that branch off. Like what I'm saying is, but the history lesson is cool, but what we talking about is a problem today. So, like, listen, I appreciate you. And listen, bro, seriously, I appreciate you with your history. I appreciate the other brother with his holistic approach. But somebody got to bust somebody's ass. Somebody got to run some shit. Somebody got to build something. And goddamn it, I don't give a fuck how many books you got, how many debates you don't have. The goddamn roads from goddamn the capital to the north, they don't have a straight path through any of them. Hold on for a second, bro. Let's speak about the facts, not the history. The roads is horrible. You get what I'm saying? There's no infrastructure at all. If they plow a road with a deal, when they plow a road with a bulldozer, when it rains again, the road doesn't even exist anymore. The only people that can travel over those roads is the military. So you'll see the military when they're trying to travel, they're traveling with bulldozer. The people that stay there can't travel. The people that can't move around like that. You get what I'm saying? So it don't matter about how many books you read and how many goddamn stones you can press together and how many times you put your finger together and pray to the ancestors. And right now, Congo is imploding. It's eating on itself. What part of that y'all don't understand? And then you got brothers up there talking about we got to love everybody and hug everybody. You get what I'm saying? What the fuck are we talking about?
All right, guys, one mic. We pass it to Congo. Go ahead, Congo.
All right, thank you all. Linus, thanks a lot for having me on, honestly. Can you all hear me, by the way?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yes, all right, first things first. I am Congolese. I was born in Kinshasa and I grew up in the UK. This war, you guys are so in love with M23 and Kagame, honestly. This war started, it's not even started now, it started in 98. It was something else back then. Kagame kept funding Tutsi ethnic groups in Congo that speak in Rwanda. He funds them to fight Congolese people. And it has gone on for over 30 years. And his only argument is basically to say, oh, we are chasing FDLR. Mind you, FDLR, they were fighting them in 94. They came over to Congo. Mind you, these people were what, 30, 20 years old? It's been 30 years now. The FDLR should be what, 70, 60 years old now? These people are old men. So he's pretty much chasing ghosts at the minute. He's chasing ghosts. There's no FDLR to fight anymore. Now his only reason is basically to create chaos in Congo. That's it, basically. And another thing as well, I heard somebody said in Kivu, there are majority Kinyarwanda speaking people. That's a lie. In North Kivu, you have Nanda people. Exactly. You have Nanda people, you have Hemba, and you have Swahilis. The Banyarwanda people
Bahunde,
exactly.
Yeah. I didn't hear not one person say that.
I read in the comment.
Let me help you.
I read in the comment. That's fine.
Let me explain it.
No problem. No. Attends. Wait, please wait. In North Kivu, you have Nande people, Bahunde, and Swahili speaking people. The Banyarwanda are a very, very tiny minority. And my question is, Banyarwanda aren't even a majority in Rwanda. The Banyarwanda aren't even a majority in Burundi. How can they be the majority in Congo? And Kivu is fucking massive. It's huge. Kivu
it's about who's got the biggest gun. Okay,
exactly.
It's about who's got the biggest gun.
And me, listen. You guys are talking about, oh, let's sit down and let's talk. I am out of that. I don't want to hear no more talks. I'm ready
Okay,
to fight.
why, brother, why
I
is the
wanted to say
Congo,
something when y'all ready.
why is the Congo so weak? Why is the Congo so weak? That's the question.
It's due to corruption, my friend. I'm a
Right,
massive
then you've only
critic of
got yourself to
Tshisekedi.
blame then. You
Exactly.
guys only got yourself
Trust
to
me,
blame.
I don't. Thank you, bro. Listen, I don't care about Kagame. I'm a massive critic of Tshisekedi. The guy is not fit to run Congo. Congo is a huge country, over 400 ethnic groups. He's not ready for that. But
Look,
right
listen,
now,
I'll
we are
tell
under
you how I
attack.
feel about
I
it.
will
Okay, I
not
don't
back Tshisekedi until he wins the war. We need to
I
fight.
don't like
We need to
Kagame,
fight.
right? I don't like Kagame, but this is what I would put up with. If his M23 people want to cut off the country and rule that part of the country because most of them are Tutsi there and they're going to have a legitimate government or whatever, and then after that, we find a way to get rid of Kagame.
Listen.
That will solve Congo's problem.
Fight.
Because we're going to have one currency in Africa anyway, so it don't matter.
No. If they cut off Kivu, they're gonna fight amongst each other. Because I bet you this,
They're not
right?
gonna rule.
Kagame's plans is to rule with the
Congolese
ethnic group. Exactly, is to rule with the ethnic group of Tutsi people. And there's a lot of Bantus in Kivu. They will not allow Kagame to run.
If they want him,
They'll
let
be
him.
fighting amongst each other. And one more thing is all. The president of Burundi, he is also not happy with Kagame. And he's
Because he
scared
knows his
that
name.
they're
What is he gonna do?
He's not.
He's gonna fight as
Here's
well.
what guys,
What
here's what
is
goes
he
on.
gonna do?
He's gonna fight as well. He's gonna fight as well. And
He's a
you know what?
toothless. He's a toothless tiger, bro. Like that's the funny part. When Nikongo, let me ask you a question, Nikongo. So if you got a problem with Rwanda president, and you got a problem with the Congo president,
I have a problem with Tshisekedi, the president of Congo.
I got you. So since you're from the Congo, give me one. Hey, since you're from the Congo, give me two solutions then. Since you're from there.
Go to war with M23 and kill the shepherd. Kill the shepherd and watch the sheep scatter. Kill him.
Right, so we should invade Rwanda, right?
No. Fight M23. Fight them.
Is they coming from Rwanda? You got to take out Kagame.
Listen a little bit. Listen, guys. You know, in M23, M23 is made of Rwandan Special Force military and a little bit of Congolese who are
Tutsi Congolese.
Yeah, listen,
not just Tutsi Congolese. You have Nandes as well.
Listen,
you have Nandes.
The Congo, let me help you. In Congolese, like official callings, or can you say Tutsi American? Is there a tribe called Tutsi American?
It's a different situation.
No,
a Tutsi is a Tutsi. It don't matter where he's from.
Yes, they can't be Tutsi Congolese. There is Rwandan Congolese. When you say Tutsi Congolese, that's something and that's where a lot of people are being.
Yeah, but listen, brother, they are the same ethnic group living in Congo.
Yo.
You spoke a lot.
Just call them Tutsi Congolese.
Let me answer.
Just say that, honestly.
Yeah, there's no a lot of infrastructure, because when you compare Rwanda to Congo, it's Rwanda. Remember, Rwanda is a small country. Do you know how many paved road? This is what they are selling to you, which is actually lie. When you look at the road infrastructure in Rwanda, it's like only 1,000 miles in total or something.
But I know that. That's what I've been saying. It's only Kinshasa that developed.
Okay.
I know that.
Okay. Do you know Congo like paved road? How many miles is it? It's not enough. It's very small, but it's more than Rwanda.
Fair enough. Well, listen, this is the fact. The fact is a bunch of soldiers who wearing Wellington boots from the 1940s are walking into your country with a couple of bloody guns on their shoulders, not much, and just taking the whole country.
You know what?
Let me explain that. Let me explain that. Let me explain that.
Just say one more thing. Our priorities were wrong. We had priority in something else. Priorities was meant to be in the army. We are a country of 9 neighbors.
Yes,
we are a country of 9 neighbors. Our priority should be in the army. We should be reinforcing our borders in our army, but we're looking at something else.
What you got.
On that.
All right, let me add to that.
It's too late to start doing that now. You know what I'm saying? You already behind the 8 ball.
Where are you from?
The Navy SEALs are still around. I know a couple of my boys. They're from the SBS. You give me I could put it together. A couple of guys.
Yeah, go on.
Can I speak, guys? Can I speak? You have to understand how the
No. Let me pass it to Sid.
Thank you, man.
Go ahead. No, let me pass it to Sid. Go ahead, Sid. No. Let me pass it to Sid. Go ahead, Sid.
Hey, Danny, thank you for letting me talk. So basically, I'm West African. Originally, I'm from Liberia, right? So I'm not. What Kagame is doing is completely wrong. But the whole issue again is the Congolese. They are completely weak, right? In a sense that
My
if you
goodness,
look at
man.
Goma, the size of Goma is almost the size of Rwanda, right? And you find out that most of the Congolese, the military, they married to Ugandan women or they have a girlfriend from Rwanda. So that brings a lot of weakness into the military. So if you see the war hasn't even started yet, they just went and killed one of the general. So I think the M23 rebel, they're going to run over Congo. It's no doubt. You know what I mean? And the other thing is, when you travel, especially when I travel on a business trip in Europe, like Brussels, France, you will see a lot of Congolese just hanging around the airport, bleaching, showing Versace, Gucci,
Thank
Louis
you.
Vuitton.
Thank
That's
you.
what they do.
Thank you.
And
That's what we see them doing here in Europe, in England.
in England, and it's showing even when I went to Kenya, the same thing. The only thing that you will see Congolese doing, showing, I mean, all those fashion, expensive clothes,
Thank you. And
dressing,
you
bleaching,
think they own the fashion companies
and
now?
you never see them doing anything serious.
They're not
So
serious
the
people,
country
bro.
is so rich, but the people they
Bro,
are
you
just
guys are generalizing too
backward. You
much, man.
never see them do
Oh,
anything
come on.
serious.
We see it.
That's the
£10,000 seat.
listen. There are three sort of groups in Africa that bleach a lot. Congolese, number one, the Nigerians, especially the Igbo, and the Cameroonian. The Cameroonian that are closer to Benin
Guys,
State
I'm
that
a
speak
Congolese.
English.
I'm probably more knowledgeable Congolese. Let me answer some of your issue.
You ain't answered that
Let me
one
talk.
question. You giving us a history lesson.
No.
Let me talk.
Toto, you already talk. Let me answer.
No. I have to finish.
Listen, why
I
the
have to
army is
finish.
weakened. The original Congolese army was destroyed in 1996 to
No, you're going back to it. You
1998.
go back to 1996. I'm
Yeah,
talking about
so Congolese
Congolese.
army is so infiltrated by Rwandan elements.
Let Kagame
You have
take
to
over. Let
understand.
Kagame take over.
But yes, I'm not saying that the leaders are doing good. They were supposed in these 4 years, especially this leader right now, because the previous leader, which we've had for 16, 18 years, we were not sure that he's for Congo because of a lot of action that he was taking. For example, do you know that Congo, Congo is the one which was paying Rwandan army? A lot of people don't know that. And those are the dynamics you have to understand. Do you know that in the Congolese army, 25% of superior officer, they are actually Rwandan? This is in the UN. If you read the UN mapping
That's
report,
true.
No,
James
it
Kabarebe.
doesn't matter. With the size
James
of your
Kabarebe.
population, with the size of your country, you guys are completely weak. Paul Kagame running over a
Yeah.
huge country like
I
that.
feel like a
Goma, look at
bitch.
the size of Goma.
no,
You guys cannot even protect your own
sir,
country. You
He's
cannot.
gonna have difficulty because this is different from 1996. Let me explain a little bit. In 1996, most of people were tired of Mobutu, and the guy who they came with was a Lumumbist, so he was known. Now, of course, the leader who's there is also a useless leader who, instead of building the apparatus, the security system, he was building his own army for his own power. So people are a little bit divided. People are like, we don't like this leader who's there, but they are not for M23 or for Rwanda.
Hey man, was you
Okay,
born
let's
in
speak after
19?
this.
Was you born in
Yo,
1996? Was you
can I
born in
speak after this?
1996?
No, I was not born in 1996, bro. I'm
Okay.
older than that, so I know a lot of things.
Okay.
Can I speak?
I'm just curious.
I'm Carl.
Hey man, we got American First Rifle in here, man. He ain't spoke at all, Dinas.
Yeah,
American First Rifle. Go ahead. American First Rifle.
Yeah, I'll be real quick. Listen, you may not like this fact, but it's blood and soil out in these streets. It's might means right, and I'm sorry, and I'm gonna reiterate this to y'all, the people who seem not to like internalize this message. If somebody can make something from nothing into something, people are going to go with those people. They are going to be legitimate. I'll give you an example. when the rebels went over and took over like Goma and stuff. Last time I think it was like 2011, 2012 or whatever. They just went there and they just withdrew. They just left. This time they're trying to govern, and they've taken a lot of lessons from other quote unquote non-state actors in the world. You can see what they did in Syria. You can see what they did in I would say what's a good test case? Libya. A lot of different factions fighting for legitimacy in the eyes of the international community. So I'm sorry, Paul Kagame has shown he can not only govern but actually improve the situation of his people. If you look at the development index, he's hitting all those Gino coefficient whatever things. He's hitting all that. He's getting clout from the international community for a reason. It's not because it's just some CIA plot just to steal all the fucking minerals. He's actually providing something for his people, while the other fat guy provides nothing. Okay,
Absolutely nothing.
So I don't know. It, like literally all the worst issue. And I'm gonna say that. Hold on. I'm gonna land the plane. Hold on. I'm gonna land the plane here, sir. When people are seeing images of actual modern day slavery and they're connecting it to their phone, they're connecting it to him. They're not blaming Kagame. They're not blaming the CIA. They're not blaming white people in America, even though obviously the supply chain is a part of the slavery. We're a part of it because we got our phones now. But at the end of the day, the man that is responsible for those people is the actual one that's to blame at the end of the day. So I don't know why y'all, like I said, like this kumbaya, we can't kill African people. People kill people. Africans been doing that since
to go to
day
war,
one.
man. Fuck the kumbaya shit. We need to go to war.
Yeah, well, it's just like give the resource or let the resources are going to go to the people that are going to fight for it and do something with it, and that's it. And I'm gonna land the plane.
Yeah, the Congolese. I just want to say one more thing quickly. I heard somebody said, "Oh, they're gonna take over the entire Congo, the M23." Listen, that's never gonna happen. Number one, you need to understand that Congo is somewhat divided in two parts. You've got the east side, and you've also got the west side. The east side speaking people are mostly Swahili speakers. But when you come over to the west, people are gonna look at M23 in a very disgusting way. We're gonna fight to the death. So that
you're not gonna fight. You're gonna be in the UK.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will. Yes, we will. Trust me. You know what? It happened. It happened.
700 people just died during
No,
this.
no. Listen. In 1998, right? No. Oh my goodness.
More than 10
In
million
98.
died, guys.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen up.
Listen to Congolese who are
Listen up. Listen up. Can you just listen to me, please? Listen to me. In 98, right, when the Rwandan came over, these rebels from the FDL, they came over, they took over Matadi. And you know what happened? We killed them. We stopped putting them in tiles, killing them
even
one by
without
one.
arms, even without arms.
Yes, we did. In Kinshasa.
Aren't you a UK citizen, sir?
What was that?
Aren't you a UK citizen, sir?
I was born in Congo.
But
I was born in Congo. I was born in Congo.
Don't say we though. Come on,
I was
bro.
born in Congo. I was born in Congo. Be quiet.
Yeah, but you're not over there fighting, but go ahead, brother.
How many people you gonna kill from the UK?
No,
Oh my goodness! I'm just responding to that.
No, it's not.
Hey guys, let me read these super chats. Rade Adungu, easy to call someone soft for trying to solve problems diplomatically when you're not going to fight. DJ AK Sandman, the Democratic Republic of Congo has $30 trillion worth of natural resources. Black Beauty, Exodus, movement of job people, and JC, African nations buy their weapons from the West. All right, let me pass the mic to Didi. Go ahead, Didi.
Yeah, thank you so very much. I appreciate it, man. I'm from the Democratic Republic of Congo, myself as well. We are from the same town as the other previous speaker that was talking. We are from a town called Uvira, strategic town where they always enter. I just want to emphasize on one thing. We appreciate your comments. We appreciate people having concerns about the DRC, but we will not condone anyone speeding on people that just died the other days on Congo, like on the Congo ground. People passed out. People died like flies the other day. We understand. We own it. We are accountable. We are weak. We agreed on that. We are all aware of that. However, here's the voice of a Congolese man, a Congolese coalition coming strong. We are not giving up on our nation. We are not giving up on our country. Kagame is a killer. He is somebody that will not allow in the central region to take over. Because even in Rwanda today, people are not talking. He's killing his own people. So here's what is going to happen. We are accountable. I will speak of Congo. I'm not allowing anybody else to speak ill of my nation because I'm a patriot, and we're going to do it.
Hey, why is your nation so weak, brother? We're tired of it. From the days of Lumumba to today.
It's like you're asking why
to get people to come in your country. Why don't you have an army?
That's the question. Like it's like you're asking why African American was enslaved in the U.S. You see?
No, that's a different question. That's a different question.
That is not the same at all. It's not the same, but we know why though.
In a discussion, when we talk about things, you've been talking all along. But here's
okay, so where have all the minerals? Where have all the minerals you've taken out to France? Where's all the money gone? You've given it to the Saint
Nobody's taking minerals to France.
The Bank de Paris. That's where your money's gone.
Just at least
down. Let's talk like adults, bro.
Yo, Didi, don't expect sympathy from these people. Do not expect sympathy from them.
Exactly.
We are alone.
Give us time.
We are all we got, man.
So here's what's going to happen. We are accountable. We know. We took ownership of what is going on in Congo. We were all born and raised when all of this war. I was like, I would say 15, 17 when the war took place. I was like 18 years old when this started in 1997. So here's what is going to happen. We are forming an army. We are forming an allied from the diaspora and internally of the Congo. Whoever can laugh, you can laugh.
Okay, fair enough. It's better late than never, brother. It's better late than never.
Listen. Whatever you guys will talk over here, whatever you will present to the nation is going to do anything for the Congo, except the Congolese alone. Anyone will do it.
Well,
thank you. All right.
Hey, brother, can I say this real quick? Let me give you an example.
Right from it. This dude said from guys gonna come from their plush apartments and eat baguettes from the UK and go into the belly of the beast.
Yeah. Can I give y'all an example? A clear example.
No.
Like
you guys are lying.
hold on. When October 7th happened in a certain nation in the Middle East that we know of, or whatever, no matter what you think about, right or wrong, whatever, when that day happened, it wasn't a whole full 24 hours of killing them folks. And motherfuckers is sending plane loads of people. Like literally, I know 3 people personally that happen to be connected to those people. 2 of them went over to fight, and one of them is donating and fundraising money to send shit over there to help those people that were quote unquote affected. Okay, I haven't seen a huge movement in it. Now, I'm not saying there's nobody. Now, don't get me messed up. I know there's motivated individual Congolese that really care about what's going on. So I'm not going to put that jacket on the whole. But the majority of people, I don't see no media blitz of we're going back and we're going to do something for our people. We're going to kill some people that need to get killed. We're going to send helmets.
You don't follow Congolese media. You don't follow it.
They are looting in the shop.
Exactly.
They are looting in the shops in Kinshasa instead of going to fight. They are looting the shop. Still go on YouTube and have a look.
Yeah,
no. You're wrong with that. Louis, you're wrong.
Guys,
there has been mobilization. People have been mobilized.
Hey Lewis, I got one question for you, Lewis. Man, hey Lewis, where did you get that shirt and what type of buttons those are, man, to hold that shirt together, bro? You gonna bust the buttons like goddamn incredible.
I tell you what, it's my old uniform that I used to wear for work about 2 years ago.
Yeah, man. Hey man, listen. I just want you to go to the store and get you a marker and write the word pause. P-A-U-S-E on the front of that shirt, man. Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Stop living in your old days, bro. That's a pop water shirt right there, bro. Let that go, man.
I'll be my bedroom, man. I'll be my bedroom, man.
Listen, man. Listen, man. This is what I want to say, man. You know, I understand that's where y'all from. You get what I'm saying? And you should have that hope. We have that same thing in America where we all see the numbers, how numbers is going down. But just like Diners say all the time, what do black people always talk about? They're gonna do, Diners. We gonna rise up. We gonna rise up. You get what I'm saying?
Rise up.
Rise up to the mountain. We're gonna come together. And at the end of the day, it's just a clusterfuck is going on in Congo. It's being eaten, but it's like I said, Congo is eating upon itself, and then you got foreign people, you know what I'm saying, pushing different proxies and different, supporting this. See, one thing about foreigners, they understand because it's easy to get an African to turn on another African. So right now they can be on the Tutsi side. Then next 3 months later, they can be giving money to the Houthis. The next minute they giving money to another rebel group because it don't.
And you just talk about
like,
the white people, even the Chinese and the other ones.
Exactly. So just like how y'all say that the CIA and all these people, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like the one thing that y'all people in Africa never understand, that y'all don't understand the white people are the enemy. So if the snake keep coming at you, hissing at you, offering you money to kill your brothers or to turn against your brother, and you keep taking the money, then it's bound to stay in the position. What this is what I'm saying. What I'm saying, if you're putting all the blame, on foreign actors, whether it be French, whether it be Belgium, and I can't understand how now one of y'all can go to Belgium. I don't understand that one at all, but that's besides the point. That's besides the point. What I don't understand is that you're just like the black people in America that always talk about white supremacy and why they still in the projects. It's the same way when we hear y'all talk, and every time y'all talk about the CIA, the MIA, the MBA, the NFL, and the MLB. That the reason why y'all in the position the way y'all are. Lewis is 100% right. What is going right now is that they looted, they're raping their own people, even before this war happened, even before it came, because it's been a war, it's been a civil war been going on, even before it escalated to where it is now. All the fuck shit that been going on in Congo been going on. And it's the reason why most of y'all in the UK and only send money back. That's one of the reasons.
Now, you as a human being and a wise or a thinking guy,
Toto, where you from, bro?
The person like President Tshisekedi, he was trying to go to solve this issue, peacefully. He gave Kagame, he showed him that they can go into partnership deal, like exploiting mines from Congo together. Kagame is exploiting gas in Lake Kivu. Museveni is going to be exploiting petrol, and he was trying to go through it peacefully, but Kagame has another agenda. Now, you as a thinking guy here, who, you probably trace your ancestor back to that homeland. Would you support a guy who's just deciding to be, to be a proxy of Western agent and killed his own brother, be it Congolese, be it Hutu, and
yes,
and they decide to put his caste?
Yes, I would support results.
Hold on.
You asked me a question. I'm giving you the answer.
Hold on. I let you speak.
I thought you was asking me a question, man, but it's rhetorical. I get it.
It's a rhetorical, So
okay.
The guy who just want to impose is one group of, in the world Tutsi group, he just want to impose his Anglophone who came from Uganda, Tutsi, to reign over that war region of Congo, Uganda, Rwanda, Burundi, and soon it will be Tanzania. So guys, and it's not only those countries, they have a plan. Probably they'll go even.
Hey, big brother, let me ask you a question.
Let
me ask you a question.
This is antiquated mindset.
Let me pass the mic on call.
And you can read this. Let me give a reference. You can read this in the book Holocaust in Congo.
What year did it come out?
This came out in 2023.
There you go, man. There you go.
You're gonna get White House, Pentagon archives in this book.
Cool.
What I'm saying.
All right, Zongo, go ahead, bro.
Okay, go ahead, Zongo.
First of all, greetings to you, diners. I've been I mean, I've been following like this conversation. I don't really know like too much details about what is really unraveling between like the Rwandese and the Congolese. But me coming from from Ghana myself, like most African countries, it's not really like a nation state. We just have the title of the nation state, but within the countries, I mean, a lot of groups are divided along their own like various ethnicity. That's
It's not
why.
like that in, it's not like that in Congo. Maybe in
Yeah,
Rwanda. and Burundi.
Let him finish. Go ahead.
because I'm trying to have a sense because I've been hearing a lot of people arguing that a country like Congo having 100 million population, how would they allow a small country like Rwanda to be able to come into their territorial boundaries to inflict harm on them? It just doesn't make sense. It clearly shows that maybe the Congolese country entirety the entirety of the population do not really view themselves as one. For me, it's going to be possible. That's why, in a country like Ghana, a place like Northeast Ghana, when they had like a little insurgency coming from like Burkina Faso, nobody really cared about it, especially the Ghanaians from the south. Similarly, in Nigeria, where Boko Haram had
Hey,
issues in northern
Ghana
Nigeria.
got a capable army, brother, so we don't worry too much.
Where I'm from, Ghana, man, forget about capable Ghana. When Baku had issues over there, do you see people from southern Ghana complain about that? No, nobody gives a damn about that.
All right, let me
Because they
since
don't
it's
really
about
see
Congo,
themselves as those people.
Anyway, it's a
since
different
it's about
situation.
Congo,
I
let
hear.
me
It's
reply
like
in
that
50
in most
seconds.
countries.
Hey,
Let me
let
reply in
him
50
finish.
seconds.
Guys,
50
let him
seconds.
finish. Stop
Right,
talking over
Ernest.
him. Let him
In
finish.
Congo, yes.
Let me finish. Let me
Go
finish.
ahead,
Let me
Zongo.
finish.
Go ahead,
I
Zongo.
mean, similarly, I mean, in Nigeria, when people in northern Nigeria had issues, you don't see people from the southern states, supporting them. You can see that a lot of these countries do not really see themselves as one. So it definitely will make sense, like in a situation of Congo, especially if if the brothers on this platform can give us like the ethnic makeup of Congo, so we can have some sort of clarity, because it just doesn't make sense. Like a small country like Rwanda just invade Congo and just kill people over there. It just doesn't make sense.
Okay.
Maybe
Uncle, do you want to
people
speak?
maybe Congolese ethnic makeup. Not everybody view
Yeah.
themselves as one. Maybe
Okay.
if you can give some kind of clarity on that, maybe we can understand that.
Let me pass it to Johnny. Go ahead, Johnny.
Hey, what's up, Prince Dinas? Thanks for having me on the show, bro.
No problem. Go ahead.
I wanted to speak up a little bit about us as Americans. I see in the chat, man, and a little bit on the show where we're kind of talking about how other people should handle these problems and how they should kind of be quick to kind of go to war and stuff, man. And like, if you don't want to go to war, you're this or that, or they need to annex this land from the Congo to Rwanda because they can do better with it or whatever. But that's obviously a slippery slope, and it's going to lead to more destabilization and more problems and stuff, obviously, from that. And we had two Congolese guests come on the program, and they spoke on issues, and they kind of got batted down and stuff, man. I'm like, man, these are people that are actually on the ground that's not watching YouTube videos from Al Jazeera and stuff. They have family back there and all that, and they can speak to a different level of the actual like culture that's going on right now in the Congo. And I just kind of think like it's crazy to hear everybody kind of jump to war with all this
Exactly,
stuff,
Johnny. Exactly.
especially when, for example, I mean, how long was people talking about how Gaza should resist what's going on and everything, you know? And now it's
Why
like,
would
oh,
I?
these people
Why
is
would I want to go
futile
to
and we
war
should
if
give it
I'm
up.
living
And
nice in the UK?
at the same sense, Congo has resisted M23 for better or for worse. I don't even know, man. I'm gonna keep it real. Like most of us, I don't really understand 100% what's going on, but I know they resisted M23 in the past plenty of times. So it's crazy to hear that all of a sudden, like, oh, now their spirit is broken or it's too late and stuff like that. That's really crazy to me, you know.
And brother, the
Johnny,
problem is
you
that
clearly don't know what you're talking about, bro.
our
I
affiliate
don't
they
think
don't
none
want
of
to
us
give
do,
us
bro. Tell you
time
the
to
truth.
Yeah,
But I'm not
I mean,
over there,
a
so
lot
we
of
only
us
hear
do.
one part of it.
Yeah, a lot of us do not know because like
Actually, I've been looking
Clearly,
into
we
this
know more than
conflict
what you know,
since
bro.
like 2010. So I've
You
been
have no
looking at
idea what
this
you're
since
talking about.
2010. And you know
The
what's so
major
funny about you saying
issue.
people can't hold on, let me say this. You know what's so funny about people saying you can't just take over people's lands and annex, slippery slope. It's happening in the Middle East, it's
Is
happening
that
in
okay?
Europe.
Is that okay
It's
with you
Exactly.
though?
it
Is that
doesn't
undermining
matter
the
if it's
African
okay
Union?
or not. See,
Is it
y'all
undermining
listen,
the
hold on.
African
It
Union?
doesn't matter if it's okay or not.
That's
What the
not what I
thing
It's
is
asked you.
happening,
happening.
I said, is it okay? And I
the
asked,
only
is it
thing that's
undermining the
going to be
African Union?
respected is the people that have the might. They take the land and do something with it. The only thing that's going to exonerate these people now is in 10 years, the people that are gotten taken or those areas like Goma and stuff like that, they're doing marginally better. And that's what's going to be the actual test or
Marginally
the thing
better.
that's
Have you
going to
been
say
to Goma,
whether
by
it's
the way?
right or wrong.
Have you been to
That's
Goma
the
to see
thing.
that? Have you been to Goma, by the way?
Well, see, you're too scared to go back to where you're from to fight, because listen. I'm from America, and somebody
Yeah, you've
ran up.
never been to Goma.
If somebody
You
ran
have
up on
never
my
been to
soil,
Goma.
I have
What
my
makes you sit there
AR-15
doing
with
much
me right
better?
now, sir. I
What
have
makes
my
you sit there doing
AR-15
much
right now
better?
with me right now,
Hey,
sir.
America First Rifle, your brother is in UK, bro. He's in the UK. You
All
know
right,
what
let me
I'm saying?
ask.
Yeah, you can't even have a knife,
Come on,
nigga.
bro.
You can't even have
You
a
know
knife.
nothing
Let me
about Africa.
enlighten you a
Do
little
you know
bit, guys.
nothing about
You
Africa?
can't even have a knife. I
Do
know
you know
that
nothing
niggas
about
that get to
Africa?
work
You
in
don't.
Africa
You
get shit
don't.
done. That's
You
what I know
don't.
about
You don't.
Africa.
You don't. You
Hold
don't.
on.
You
Let
don't.
me
Oh, I
Stay
enlighten
in
don't.
you.
Huh?
America.
Oh,
Stay in
okay.
America.
Okay.
Stay in America.
Yeah, but
You,
Stay
America's
in
first.
America.
hey,
That's easy to
you in
say.
the
Stay in
UK
America.
living your best life.
Stay in America, my friend.
Just
Congo,
stay. Yeah,
hold
stay
on.
in the
Stay
UK,
in
sir.
Let the
America. Stay in
conversation,
America.
guys.
Stay in America. You know nothing
Well,
about
I'm
Relax.
Africa.
from America, sir. Where
Stay
are
in
you from?
America,
Yeah,
exactly.
but
Where are you from,
Americans.
sir?
We're where we was born.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I'm from
Where
I'm
we
here,
from
was
sir.
Congo.
born.
That's where I'm
You're in
from.
yeah,
the
but
UK.
Dinus,
I,
can you
I'm
control this?
I'm from Congo. That's where I'm from.
But
Congo,
are you
well,
Actually, you're a UK
but
citizen, sir.
are you in the Congo right now?
You're a UK
No, I'm
citizen
not.
Congo,
while your
No, I'm
country's
not.
let
getting
me
fucked
answer.
up.
Let me
No, no, I'm
Hold
actually
on,
both, by the way.
let me interject real
Congo.
quick. Let me interject. Let me interject. But
Let me,
AFR makes a great point, and it doesn't matter how you feel about those white folks when they bum rushed the Capitol on January 6th. They were like, "Fuck it, we're gonna bomb rush the Capitol." I just don't understand how all these with the 114 million Congolese, how they allow the resources to be raped the way they are.
I can tell you that, Dinus. I can tell you that from a respectful standpoint. It's just like how we look at people who back in the 1800s lived as slaves, where nobody in this day and age could see themselves in that situation. It's because they come from poverty, they come from being not educated, they come from geographical disadvantages and a lot of shit like that. So it's hard to imagine them doing
Bro, they
what
got cell
somebody.
phones.
It's hard for them to imagine something that we
They
wouldn't
got
be able
cell
to
phones,
fathom.
bro.
Bro, can I finish?
Stay in America.
That don't mean shit. Anybody could have a cell phone. That doesn't mean anything. But anyway,
That means they know what's happening around the world. They're exposed. There's no excuse. That's what he's
But
saying.
that's
hold
not
on a second. You know what
necessarily
the
true.
funniest thing? You know what the funniest thing that happened? Dinus asked a 100% prudent question, and the person that answered is American. Why
Bro,
the
I'm
two
just giving an
Congo?
example of a
Why
state of
the two?
mind, bro.
Like, I would
This
like
is
to
a
hear
state
the
of
two.
mind.
I would like to hear the two Congo brothers answer that question.
yes, but
no,
you're not giving us chance to
but
speak.
wait, simple
When
is
we
it
want to
doesn't work
speak,
that
you are
way. See,
interjecting.
especially
I'm not
we
saying
speak,
that
you're
his point is
shouting.
not valid. I
Thank you.
just want to
Like, it
hear
doesn't make
the
sense.
people that's from there. I'm not saying everybody got an opinion, but what I'm just trying to say is that the first person that wanted to answer it was from America. How
Yep.
about the people from Congo? Because I mean, Diners were putting the question out there in the air, but really the people from Congo, just I want to hear what they got to say about it. That's all I'm saying. Now
Yes,
I
but
don't really want to hear what American got to
Yeah,
say about it.
but
every time when you want to speak, you are not letting us speak.
No.
Zongo,
I
hold
want
on.
the person from
Let me answer now. Let me answer.
Well, call. Slow down. Answer the question,
I,
Call. Go ahead.
I think Omcall did answer that question already.
Let me
Did he
answer.
not?
Let me answer. Let me answer
Oh,
again.
no worries.
Okay, Zongo. Do you see like what you described in about Ghana? In Congo, it's a little bit. It's different. Yes, we have 450 more than 50 ethnic group. I mean, what you can call tribe. But out of all these tribe, Congolese authentic tribe, if you tell them, hey, you guys, we wanna, can we cut Congo into maybe four countries or even 10 countries since you are bigger? All these tribe people, most of like 99%, they will say no. We wanna be together. When you can see like
no, but that's not
Well,
accurate
it
though.
doesn't work. It doesn't
hold
work.
on,
Clearly, it doesn't work.
The best way you can do
Let
it
me
is
answer.
to
No,
do
Zongo. Let
protocol.
Call talk.
Let
Let
me
Call
finish, guys.
talk. Golly, go ahead, Call.
Congo is not bigger. Congo is not bigger than United States to be governed and well administered. Congo is not bigger than Russia. Congo is not bigger than China. The problem you have to understand is that all these problems are manufactured. These problems are made. Like in when they killed the Congolese army, the former Congolese army in 1996. So the European Union, because Congo is now in the problem, they said they're going to help Congo build that army. But what they did, instead of letting only Congolese choose or Congolese themselves, they allowed to inject Rwandan, missionary or Rwandan.
They're not a charity, that's why.
So
they're not a charity.
It can be like a fifth column.
No, let him speak, though. Let him
Shut up,
speak.
man.
Let him
Shut up.
speak, man. Come on.
Man, let him
Let him
finish.
speak.
Listen, those guys who are from Rwanda, who they have allegiance to Rwanda, they're gonna sell the plan. They're gonna sell you out to Rwanda. That's been the problem, Congo, and that's why you see this president of Congo now is saying he cannot negotiate it anymore because it's not the first time. It has been more than 4 times Congo is going to the negotiation table. Then they force Congo to allow Rwandan to get into Congolese arm, Congolese administration, Congolese, intelligence office. Then things doesn't work. That's why he was like, let's do this peacefully. So are you going? That's why I was saying, why are you supporting a guy who's trying to use backward mentality of occupation, of conquest in 21st century instead of settling
So
issues?
Paul Kagame is the puppet master?
Exactly.
What?
Yes, of course.
Paul Kagame,
He's
he's
the
the
puppet
puppet master because
Congo-
you're weak. That's why.
Congo-
Why don't you go and
Paul
attack him? Why don't you
Kagame-
just take him out?
Listen.
No. Why haven't the DRC taken out Paul Kagame a long time? He's doing it to you. You should have took him out a long time ago. You guys are weak. This is the problem. It's you. You guys are the problem.
Listen. Did you see how many times Congo has gone to UN Security Council? Exposing
How many times are you gonna go and beg? They don't care about you.
So
put together an army yourself and go and
I
deal
mean,
with it.
the DRC has state-sponsored slavery, so I don't even know why you're.
Wait. Congo, like, do you guys have a military? Like, do you guys have it in your country? Do you have?
Yeah, we do. Honestly, like, what kind of question is that? We do.
They got people with guns. They don't really have a military.
Okay, let me answer. Congo has an army, but to build up an army, it takes a little bit of time. Yes, I'm not condoning this leader. This leader, I call him misleader because he's somehow corrupt. And you have to understand, when Congolese is not the guy who Congolese choose to be a president. He was not elected. But the Western, as I said again, most of African countries, and especially like the way how Congo, I just explained to you earlier on how this whole mess came to be created by, the interest, military and economic interest from US, UK, NATO, who use Rwanda and Uganda. The same guy, they're the one who are controlling the media, they are controlling financial system on Wall Street. For example, a guy like Clinton, the guys from Pentagon, they've made Tony Blair, I show you the picture here. So even if Congo went, do you know that Congo is in embargo, in arms embargo for many years? Can you find?
Your government literally has slaves digging holes. I would not sell. No government with a conscience would sell weapons to a place that has slavery, sir.
You said?
We don't have slavery.
No government in their right mind would allow weapons sell to a place that has slavery, except China.
We don't have slavery.
Or Russia.
We don't have slavery.
Man, American riflemen, like, stop spewing nonsense, man. Like, let the guys who have
you can get arms on the black market, my friend. Come on, you can get arms on the black market. Stop making excuses.
It's just they can blackmail any country. And Congo, listen, let me tell you now the truth. You see, Congo, because it's very wealthy and the bigger it is, them folks, they know that this is a black country and they don't want black people to have ownership.
We know this. We know all this.
Yes.
We know all this.
You as a black person,
we know all this.
You should be concerned with that because look, Congo.
Hey, my friend, listen.
Man, Louis, shut up, man. Let him finish, man.
You ain't got nothing to say.
You speak, brother.
You just blah. This is not
you.
You
should be concerned about the Congo because Congo.
Everybody knows what's going on in the Congo. You've been playing this game too long. Kwame Nkrumah wrote a book on the Congo. He exposed what's happening in the Congo. It's not you. So I don't want to hear it.
But why aren't you supporting Congolese so that they can liberate?
You talking about Ghanaians sent army to the Congo from the time of Nkrumah. Don't listen. We've fed up with you.
Why are you not, bro? Why are you not?
Right?
Listen.
Hey, Louis, man.
Why are you not?
UK. You sit in the UK and
I'm
you
no
want to speak about
Congolese, my
white
friend. I'm an African.
man.
I'm no Congolese. All I can do is
Man,
give my
shut up,
advice.
man.
You see this grey hair? Hey, go
Would you
suck
go
a
to
dick.
Ghana? Would
Go
you go to
suck
Ghana?
a dick. Go suck your mother. Asshole, fucking tell you shit.
Okay, relax, relax,
Do
relax.
your damn show.
Relax.
You lucky you didn't me. I'll slap the fuck out of you.
Whoa. Let's
Hey,
be
Louis.
respectful. Come on,
Hey,
let's be
Louis.
respectful.
Hey,
Come on.
Louis.
If
Would you
Congo
go
is
to
in
Ghana?
order, all these 9 neighbors, they will benefit from Congo. And do you know that
Okay.
Congo empower the whole of Africa?
Let them to
I'm
fight.
Cal.
Let
I'm
them
Cal.
to
Can I
fight.
say this? I'm Cal. The biggest problem with the DRC is that nobody outside of the DRC thinks it's a legitimate government. It barely functions as it is, and it's not legitimate in how its conduct and how it functions. So I don't understand how everybody's up in arms
But
why
the
like
funny
it's
thing
getting
is, it's
destroyed.
coming from you. You're an American. It's coming from you. It holds no weight.
Listen,
Y'all
listen,
gonna have
let
to
Paul
stop with these
Kagame take
Who
it.
are
excuses
you?
now.
Let Paul
Yeah,
Kagame take
guys,
it.
Who
let
are
me hear
you?
the
Let him
Congolese
take it.
speak, though. Need Congo talk.
Well, I'm just
Go
saying,
ahead.
y'all gonna have to stop coming with these excuses, bro.
Yeah, let
It's
me explain.
coming.
Yeah,
It's coming
you
Man,
are
from
I
right.
don't
you,
care.
though.
I don't care.
Congo,
Let's listen to the other
Congo,
side
let
of
me
you
speak.
guys.
Let me
I
answer
would
you.
say. I would say one more thing quickly. I'll say one
Now,
more thing
Umbeni,
quickly.
can I
Listen
ask
to
a quick question?
Need Congo.
Is this forum
I'll say.
to support people that will invade Congo, or we are here to resolve the issue of Congo? Because I'm come from Congo. I will
Okay.
not
Didi,
condone
go
Rwanda
ahead.
doesn't
anybody
have
to
slaves. Rwanda
support.
doesn't have
Hold on,
slaves.
hold on.
Go
No,
ahead, Didi.
I
Didi.
will not condone
They don't like
anyone to
us.
speak
They don't like
ill
us.
of my
They
country.
don't like
We are
us.
weak, we
They don't
agree.
like us.
That's okay. Are you ready to support
Who
us
don't like
to
you,
stand strong?
Nakongo? Who doesn't like you?
You know,
That's what
Americans.
it is over here.
You say Americans don't like Congo?
No, that's what
Exactly,
I'm
especially
saying, brother man. I
Americans
don't.
don't give a Let me tell you something. Americans,
No. I'm talking
Americans
about
are
Listen.
just
I'm
like
talking about
every other
you,
No,
country.
I'm talking about
Americans
you.
don't give
Listen
a
I'm
fuck
talking
about
about you.
Congo.
I'm talking about
Here's what
you.
is gonna
I'm talking
happen.
about
I've
you.
never heard not one American
I'm
say
talking
I
about
want to
you.
go to Congo. I've not
Here's the
heard
I'm talking
deal.
one
about you,
I'm
American
not
say
talking
that.
about.
I'm
I
talking
don't care
about
about
you. I'm talking
American.
about
I care
you.
about
Are you
I'm talking
Congo.
saying
about you.
me?
Period.
No,
Listen
but
to
You
you
me.
don't
can't.
understand.
Listen.
You don't
Here's
understand.
the question for you. Here's the question
Yeah,
for
I
Nikango,
you.
you
don't give
can't.
a fuck. I let
Nikango, you
Exactly.
can't.
let
That's my
Congo
point.
eat
That's my
itself.
point.
That's what's happening.
Exactly.
Everybody else eating it.
That's
If
my
I
point.
That's
That's
not
my
the
point.
question.
if I had some power
That's
and
my point.
position, I'd go over there and eat it too.
At least I
Listen to
That's
get
me
my
my
now.
cell
point. You
I'm
phone
guys
out
don't
of it.
care.
here to
I
Yeah, but
discuss
Nikango, you can't.
I am American first wife from there. Hey, let's get a couple of guns and a couple of
Exactly.
ships and go over there and
That's my
snatch
point.
up some
Hey, Didi,
cobalt. Everybody else doing
That's
it.
my point.
Hey,
Yeah,
I'll
but
take
Nikango,
County.
yeah, but Nikango,
everybody else
you can't really say that though. You
to
can't say
support the
Americans,
movement of invading
you
Congo
can't
or
say
not?
that
Is that
Americans
what
do
we are
not
here for?
like you because like the one who.
I'm talking about these people on the panel. I'm talking about
Yeah,
these
but I'm
people on the
saying like
panel.
the
American
one.
riflemen. They don't care, and they just
Oh,
told it to
okay,
me.
but the one
They don't care.
who started this show is American. I mean, of course
I
he
know.
has.
I know. He's
I
cool.
want to go. I want to
I
go to the
know.
Congo. I want to go. I want to see the Bakuba.
And
Oh,
that's
yeah,
I want to see
exactly.
the
oh
So
yeah.
you
Bakuba.
can't
Yeah,
just
come
say
over.
all
Come over.
everybody's
Let
like
us
that.
explain you.
Well,
But
there
anyway,
you
but
go,
guys,
right there. You got
How
Diamond. He wants to
guys,
go to
guys,
the
let me.
Congo.
how can you take
Guy.
over the discussion
Yeah,
of the
but
nation
let
and
me
we
give
are
you some
here
clarity. Let
we
me
are
give you.
Can I
here
just say
Let me
one
make
more
this
discuss
thing?
about
point,
the same
guys.
Hold on a
country?
minute. Hold on a
We can
minute.
give
Hold
you
on a
some
minute. Hold on a
clarity
minute.
about
Quickly.
our nation. We are
Exactly.
here,
Exactly.
Nikango,
guys.
I
You
just
are
want to say
not at
something quickly.
any given
I
point
just want to say something quickly.
entitled to speak about Congo because we know better about Congo. We are Congolese. Allow us to speak about the nation, about
yeah,
how to speak
exactly,
about our history.
Yo, Didi.
Then you can
Yeah.
contribute to to the matter, not you
exactly.
imposing whatever you're thinking of. Come on, man. Stop this. This is what we
Can I
don't
just
want,
say,
and we will come strong.
Didi, Didi,
Just be
Didi,
aware. We are
Didi,
coming strong and
Didi,
we'll rise up
Didi,
again. Thank you.
Didi.
Y'all gonna
Thank you.
rise
Merci
up?
beaucoup.
Hey, hold on. I'm Kel. What year y'all gonna rise up? Since you good at
I don't
history.
listen. I do not care what you say. I
What
do not
year?
care
What
what you
Yeah,
think
the
but
about.
guy the
this
guy
man,
the
stop it,
guy
man.
Didi said that y'all gonna come from the diaspora and y'all y'all gonna go over there and rise up. So what year is this gonna happen?
Man, simple. Stop it,
2028.
man.
Not later.
Stop
Now,
it, man. Simple.
today,
Hey
tomorrow.
guys, let
You
me make
can
this
laugh or
point.
whatever I
Guys,
care,
I want to
but
make
that's
this
the
point.
message.
Hold on, guys. Let me make this point. See, a lot of you guys are blaming the Congolese that they are not strong, they can't stand the Rwandese like army. But you gotta understand that generally most countries that want Congolese country to kind of succeed, there have to be some sort of a country that supplies them with the weapons, like the weaponry, right? So
No,
if they don't
let's
really
split up
have
topic.
that,
Oh,
wait,
Let's
man,
split up.
That
if
corrupt
yeah,
man
come
has enough money to buy all the weapons he
wait,
needs.
wait. Let me finish. if they don't really have that, it's very easy for neighboring country to invade them
Hey,
and
you can buy on
succeed.
the black market. Stop making
Bro,
excuses. What
you
kind of
can
crap
buy
you talking
nice
about?
weapons from
Man,
China
shut
and
up,
Russia
man.
and
You
see
can
Shut
buy
up,
you're
stuff
man.
on the
lying,
market.
bro.
You talking bullshit and making excuses. Wankers like you is why the fucking Congo is like that. Why the
Man, shut up,
Rwanda
man. I'm
water
from
fucking
Ghana.
boat is
You
Shut
there
know
up.
what,
fucking like
Lewis?
a
The
bitch.
fuck?
You're a
Let
bitch.
me,
I
Don't come with
100%,
this.
Bro,
I
that's enough of
100%
You
this.
agree.
deserve to
Yeah.
get.
And
guys,
you
You know
know
let,
what?
what?
let me talk, man.
I hope Paul
Peace,
Kagame
peace. Hey,
takes
hey,
your
hey.
whole shit over. Paul
Hey,
Kagame needs to take the whole
let me
country
say this.
over
Let me say
because
this.
you
Let me say this,
assholes
guys.
can't do it.
Let me say this,
Fucking
guys.
assholes.
It's good
It's
like
wrong, it's
Hey
wrong.
Lewis,
It's
you
wrong,
know the
relax.
funny
guys.
thing is that Russia is in
Zongo.
the Congo. But you know what? You take a country like North Korea that got the biggest sanctions in the world. They got all type of
Weapons.
military arms
Nuclear.
embargoes. You get
Nuclear.
what I'm saying? But you know what? They
Bro.
found the way to ask Russia, what do y'all need? We'll give Yeah. you this if you give us some
Thank
guns.
you.
You got hold on
Bro.
for a second. You got the Russians. The Russians is right there in the
There.
Congo, and they ain't selling them no weapon. The president is using the what's those Dinas, what's those military that the Russians was using to fight the Ukraine
Wagner
in the
Group.
beginning?
Wagner Group.
Wagner.
Wagner Group. They are hiring the Wagner Group to protect the president.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
actually, it wasn't even
Hold on
Wagner.
for a second. Let me finish. He ain't even using his own military. He
Listen.
using the Russian military to
Yeah,
No,
protect
man.
them.
no.
You are loud and wrong.
That should tell
Hey,
you everything
You are
you need to
loud and
know
hey,
about the
wrong.
Congo.
Yeah,
guys, guys,
half of
let
my
me,
listen.
let me
Half of my
expose Louis.
they weren't even
Hey, let
Russian
me
mercenaries. They
expose
were from
Louis.
Romania.
Let me expose
Romania
Louis. Hey,
mercenaries. That's what
Louis,
he was using.
where you
Well,
from in
they
Ghana?
white people.
Hey, guys,
Congo
Yeah.
love
hey,
white people.
Didn't even shoot one gunshot. They just
wait.
gave up. Go ahead.
Wait, let me expose Louis. In Ghana, where you come from in Ghana? What's your ethnicity in Ghana?
Oh man, we ain't with all that shit, man. We
Let
ain't
me
with
ask
all
you.
that
Let me
shit, though.
ask
Yeah,
you where
we're
you
not
from.
with all that. Yeah,
Because
we
he's
don't
the
do
one
that here,
asking all
bro.
the time.
I'm
Because he's the
from
one
Yeah.
asking.
I am from
Hey,
the warrior spirit.
Lewis,
There's only one
Lewis,
warrior group you need to know about is gun.
don't step down to that, bro. We don't do that. We don't do that shit
One
here. I
asking
know it's
all tough,
Dinah's
man.
show, but we don't do that shit here, bro.
Yeah.
Man,
You
he's
don't do
acting all
what?
tough. He's like,
We
even
You
in
don't
just
do
Ghana.
what?
don't do.
He's
We just
Let me
African.
don't
make
do it
this
here.
point,
Cause
guys.
we think all
He's
that
African, right?
tribalism,
Hey,
all that
Nah, nah, nah,
ethnicity,
nah, nah.
that shit is
simply
bullshit.
wait
That shit
though.
is
Nah,
dumb
nah, nah,
shit.
nah.
Wait.
And
It's bullshit to you.
that's the reason
It's
why
bullshit
Congo
to
like
you.
it is. That's the reason why Nigeria
Oh
like it
man.
is.
It's
Because
bullshit to you. You know
it's
anything.
just like the dumb gangs in America,
It's bullshit
America
to
for
you.
riflemen.
No, no, no. It's
Somebody went up
bullshit
to
to
you
you
and
because you
asked you
don't have
where
it.
set you from
It's
and where you
bullshit to
from
you
and
because you
where you
don't have
hang
it.
out,
You
what
don't have
hood
it.
you claim. That shit
You
is
don't know your.
stupid.
No, you don't
Stupid
have
as
it. That's
hell.
why it's bullshit to you.
Nah, but
You don't
I'm
know your
trying to.
history. That's why.
No, I was trying to make a point though. I was
No,
trying to say.
it's no point when
Man,
you want to
simply
ask him
shut
what
up,
his
man. Let me
tribe
talk,
is.
man. Stop interjecting me.
No,
I
it
was
just
trying to
ain't
make a
no
point.
point. We
Bro,
just
y'all
ain't
gotta let
doing that
somebody else
stupid
talk,
shit,
bro.
bro.
Y'all
You can
overtalking
you
the
can
whole
talk
Tell
to
from
conversation.
my
Y'all got
you can
surname.
talk to Lewis straight up without asking him what his
Man,
tribe is.
shut up, man. The reason why I wanted to ask him is
No,
if in Ghana.
2025.
Wait, let me
Ain't
talk,
answering.
man.
So ask another question. Ask him another question then.
Hold on a minute. Tell him from my surname.
That's not dumb.
Because
That's
me
not
and
dumb.
Lewis go back and forth with each other, we know what some dumb shit is. And asking
No,
anybody about
it's
their
not.
tribe and trying to make a point about their
It's
tribe is some dumb shit.
hey,
No,
see,
it's not.
Ain't
I was trying to make a
nobody
point
That's his
jumped on
though.
this
background.
platform and asked any of y'all Congolese what tribe y'all from. We
I
just
will tell
talking
my
about
tribe.
Congo. We talking
I
about
will tell my
Congo as a
tribe.
whole. And believe me, Lewis ain't got to take up for himself on that. Because we know what that type of shit leads in America. That's how people get killed. That's how people get displaced. That's how family go against other people
Nah,
when
nah,
you
nah, nah,
start
nah,
asking
nah,
people
nah.
that shit like that.
Nah, nah.
That's how we do.
America
And they
right
know
from the
we
point.
talk to each other like that. Because that's how we separate from each other.
That's his history. That's his history. Should be proud of
See,
it.
a lot of people keep on saying Congo is not tribal.
Zongo.
Congo is not tribal. See, even a lot of see, it seems like a lot of you guys. I don't know. Like, if you take time, I don't want to generalize because even in Ghana, a lot lot of the time they say Akan people, one ethnic group or something like that. But if you really learn their history, they were never one people. They're the same people, but once they grew in numbers, they fight among themselves and they create different states. That's how they have different dialects. It's not like the fact that you come from the same tribe doesn't mean you are the same people. No, it doesn't work like that.
What's the DNA say? What's the DNA say?
What? What do you mean DNA?
Exactly.
the point I'm
You
trying to
know they ain't got no DNA. You know they ain't got no DNA labs in Congo.
the point I'm trying to say is that the fact that in Congo they might not be tribal, they are like homogenous ethnic group. Does not mean that they are the same people.
Okay, but what's that got to do
The
with
point
the
is that the
actual?
point I'm saying is that if they are not coming together to fight against Rwanda's government, it means they're sort of like misunderstanding among themselves. So that's why I'm asking the Congolese people to kind of give us some clarity about like the political makeup in their own country, because it's obvious there's no uniformity in the whole country like that.
This is it, and it's gone on for too
Hey,
long.
Diners, they saying me and you are an agent. They calling you an agent in the chat, Diners. Where we sign up and get our check at? Where do we where we get our pay from? Because they talk about we agents of misinformation. Like what the at the end of the day, like the funny part is that the Congo once again is on the map for the worst shit you can think of. It's black is killing each other, displacement. You see women and children walking on the street with babies on their head and babies on their back, no food, nothing to eat. You see this army fighting each other, while the Russians over there doing protection. You got the Romanian people, military over there doing what they doing. You got all these people sitting up there
Ukrainians
getting
and Russians
rich.
are even fighting each other in Africa. They're even having actual combat, like fucking Modern Warfare 2, shooting up each other in Africa.
Crazy.
Like there's footage of it. It's like literally looks like a video game.
While everybody else is getting rich and playing proxies, the Congolese people are suffering. You get what I'm saying? At the end of the day. So that's where we're at. I understand what Omkal talking about the history. I understand what the other brother said. I understand what all of y'all are talking about. But right now, people are displaced. People are disfranchised. You get what I'm saying? Like it's something that got to happen now. You get what I'm saying? It has to be a solution now to the point. It'll be the same way if we have a civil war in America and we catch some motherfucker out here talking about, well, in 1996, we don't want to hear that shit. Right now is no power. All I'm saying is right now, people are hurting, people are dying, people are struggling. You get what I'm saying? And at some point, you got to choose a side. And if you choose the side of Kagame is bad, and then you say, well, the president is bad, and the president of the Congo, he's bad and he's corrupt. Then what's gonna happen? Like what I'm saying is you got to. All I'm saying is this: it's a hurricane going on right now, and it's a ship right there. It's a ship. You get what I'm saying? It's a typhoon coming right now, and Congo is in the middle. And no history, no type of tribalism is gonna get that ship out the way or in a better position. That's what we're saying. I'm not disregarding none of y'all history, none of y'all facts, because y'all know way more than that. You get what I'm saying? But we're talking about right now. Right now, y'all are on the radar. Right now, they're talking about, if you go on any news network, they're talking about what's going on in Congolese right now more than any other country in Africa right now.
Yes,
I'm waiting to see what Trump is going to say. That would be interesting.
That you are not giving us chances to speak and say, Tito, do you know that Congo can make, probably it's your ancestral heritage? Do you know that?
Oh, brother.
Yeah,
you know,
man.
probably
Man. Okay, man.
I get that. But that's what I keep saying. None of that helps. That could be the truth. That could be the 100% truth.
Let me continue. When South Africa was under apartheid, what did all African or all black people in the world did?
It's a different situation, brother.
You might think like that, but when you understand all the dynamics,
we understand it. We've been looking at the Congo for a long time. We understand it. Right now,
you understand what's going on, Louis? Tell us what is going on, Louis. Oh, wait. Let him explain to us what's going on in Congo.
Motherfuckers dressing up, dancing on dirt roads, raping and killing each other.
Man, but that's not just Congo, man. That's a lot of African countries, though.
Hey, listen,
right
you know
now,
what, Zongo? That's the smartest thing you don't say it today. Cause now we on the same. Now me and you speaking the same linguity. Cause I think all that African shit in that West African and South, that shit is fucked up. You get out of major city, out of anywhere, and you goddamn better you better have your drawers tight walking up the goddamn dirt road, bro. So I agree with you 100%. Go ahead, Zongo.
Nah, I was just asking Luis to explain himself, like, because he doesn't allow the Congolese to talk.
I've already. I don't know if you was listening from the beginning.
I didn't join the show early. I didn't
the second or first guest on here. I think I was the second one. I explained myself. So you have to run the show quite a bit.
Okay.
I'm abreast of the basic what's happening. Right now, as I speak to you, hear me out. Right now, as I speak to you, the Tutsi people who are in the DRC, okay, are obviously backed up by Paul Kagame. Right? He's been supporting them for a long time. We know that the West have been wanting to take minerals out of the Congo for years. That's why Dwight Eisenhower.
So, like, you mean the Tutsi?
Would you shut up if you ask me to speak?
I want clarity, man. Let me ask question though. No,
you can't. Not at this stage. You gotta know how to.
No, but I'm not trying to debate you, man.
Let Lewis finish, please.
No, but Diners. I'm not trying to debate him.
I'm trying to hear what he's saying. Go ahead, Lewis. Go ahead.
The Congo, from the beginning of independence, was one of the most crucial places for African leaders at that time. That's why Nkrumah wrote the book, Fight for the Congo. He sent Ghanaian's army there. Okay, in fact, it was a Ghanaian UN army that actually arrested Lumumba, right? Done what they're supposed to do in the UN, but didn't realize that they were going to hand him over and listen to me very carefully. Dwight Eisenhower.
They're trying to protect him. Yeah.
Hello? Can I finish? Dwight Eisenhower, okay, gave the orders for the killing of Patrice Lumumba because they didn't want the DRC to fall into the hands of Russia during the Cold War. It was a tug of war, east or west in Africa. It was a hotbed. Okay, now this was happened when Lumumba was killed. The DRC had never been the same because the minerals they wanted to get out. We know for a fact that Paul Kagame, right, is CIA. Museveni in Uganda is CIA. That's why they could sit there for so many years and nobody attempted to overthrow them. They overthrew Mugabe. He wasn't on London side. He was a true Pan-Africanist. And
Thank you.
He spoke about Paul Kagame and what he's up to. The problem is that the Rwandese themselves, the DRC, the Congo people themselves, there are no men among them, whether in a political circle or in a field fighting. Mugabe was a man of strength in a political circle, and he had other people behind him who were in the army. You need men who want to stand up for the people and die for the people. Okay, you got nobody in the DRC doing that. So what's happening is that you got a weak army. That's the first thing you got to do: protect your assets. You got a weak army. People have been coming in and out of that part of DRC, taking stuff out for many years. All you got to do when you come into power, hang on, make sure you got a strong garrison. Enough to protect that part of the world. If you know Kagame,
which part of DRC are you talking to? Like the part that shares borders with Rwanda? Is that what the part that you?
No, the part where the war is right now, which is the Goma or so. Whatever part, listen. Whatever part of the country, right, that is always been unstable, you got to make sure your defense people are there. They failed to do that.
All right. All if you were saying that Tutsi in Congo, it means there's an ethnic group in Congo that also shares ties in Rwanda as well.
Brother,
they might not see themselves on the same lens.
Listen to me, okay? The present day Ghana, the former Ashanti Kingdom, was 3 times the size of present day Ghana. During independence,
man, that's not true, man. That's a lie.
Hang on. Yes, it was. Shut up. You don't know. You're dumb as fuck.
Man, that's a lie, man. That's a lie, man. I'm from Ghana too, man. That's a lie.
Well, you don't know, fucko. You're a wanker. Shut your mouth and listen to me. I know.
Man, I'm from Ghana too, man. I know that. I'm saying you're freaking lying, man. Stop lying.
Shut up,
You
you
freaking
arsehole. I'm an
lie.
Ashanti.
See,
Shut up.
even in
My
Ghana,
friend, you don't know
a
your
lot of
history.
people say in Ghana, shut up, man, let me
Hey,
talk.
hey,
Let me
hello.
explain to you.
You asked me to
Let me
talk.
tell you
No, you
this.
asked me to talk. Let me finish
Man,
talking.
shut up, man. I want to
Let
talk
me
now.
finish
See, even
talking. You're
in
lucky you're not
Ghana, they
standing in front of
say
me, you piece of
the
shit.
original Akan
Shut
people
up.
are the people from Bono. They're not even
The
Asantis,
original
man.
Ashanti people kingdom was 3 times the size of present day Ghana,
Man, that's a
dickhead.
freaking
Go
lie,
and
man.
ask the
You're
British.
lying, man. That's a
The
lie.
British fought us. He didn't fight you. What tribe you from,
Yeah,
you
that's a
piece of
lie, man.
shit?
That's a lie, man. That's a lie. That's a lie.
Hey, go read
Hold
the
on,
history. Don't ask me.
no, man.
Go
See,
read the history. Diners went to Kumasi. Go and ask him.
remember, it has nothing to do with
Shut
even,
up. We're the only
even
ones in
in
the
the
history book
Akan
right there,
people,
not
right?
you, dickhead.
Louis,
See,
hold on.
this is the problem.
Even in the
Little
Akan,
fucking tribes, listen, little shit tribes get a big say in this day and age. This is the
oh
problem.
man,
Listen,
shut
Paul
up, man.
Kagame needs to
Shut up,
take over the Congo because there's too many pussies like you. Okay? You need a strong man, knock the fuck out of everybody. This is what runs. We don't need assholes
man.
like
That's
you
a freaking
fucking
lie,
trying to
man.
rewrite history. The Ashantis were the fucking kings in that place, and we still fucking are.
So
That's
what?
why the king
The
of
territorial
Ashanti,
boundaries
that's
start from
why the
where?
king of Ashanti is recognized worldwide. He goes to UN and
I mean,
speaks. Not some
and
pussy ass tribe from
man,
no
that's
fucking
a
part
lie,
of Ghana.
man. That's a
Shut the
freaking
fuck
lie,
up.
man. That's a
Fucking,
man.
what do you mean lie? Go type into Google, dickhead.
Man,
Read the fucking
that's
don't
a
not
lie,
you.
man. This guy is
Fucking
just
wind me
lying.
up.
See,
Guys, let them go on
even
your show.
Akan people, right? Even other Akan people, they say even the original Akan people are the people from Bono. The
What that got to
Ashantis,
do? What that got to do with the Congo?
the
What that
Ashantis
got to do with
came
this
under Bono people.
DRC?
Even Ashanti people is not even a tribe. They are people that came together to form Ashanti, man. The
We are a
true word
nation.
when they say Ashanti, it means we came
Hey,
together because of
Ghana
war.
guys,
my friend, get
What are you
lost, man.
talking
I ain't
about?
fucking listening to you,
Man,
man.
shut up, man.
He's gonna plan another show for Ghana.
But guys, I mean, going
Hey,
back
hey,
to
my
Congo.
friend.
But guys, going back to Congo, he was making a point because for me, I'm just trying to understand because I don't really know like the dynamics in Congo, right?
Of
And you
course you
say
don't
it's
know shit.
wait,
That's
shut,
why you
man. Let me
talking then.
talk, man.
Why
Let
you
me
talking,
talk.
you piece of shit?
Let me
You
talk.
don't
Let me
know about the
finish.
Congo, so shut your mouth.
Man,
You
let
don't
me
know nothing
talk,
about the
man.
Congo. Shut your fucking mouth.
Let me ask. I was asking the question.
Get off mute that fucker,
Man,
man.
shut up, man. Shut up, man.
You need
Shut
to,
up.
you're lucky you're not standing in front of me, you pussy. Now let me know what it's about.
Hold on, guys.
Coming up talking shit. You don't
My
even
friend,
even got a point to
Diners,
make. You ain't got no point to
One
make.
mic.
Let me make this point. I want to make this
Go
point.
ahead, Zongo. Louis, don't interrupt. Go ahead, Zongo.
So what I was saying is that Dinah, see, if you really understand the African, because you know, like this borders that we have, these are artificial borders, right? So even in Ghana, like I don't want to divert the conversation to Ghana, right? Because even in Ghana, if you go to like
that's not true in this issue. I'll interject. It's not true in the issue
Let
of Congo
Zongo
and Rwanda.
finish, please. Go ahead, Zongo.
Because Louis was saying there's Tutsi in Congo, right? That's what he was saying. So if
they are migrants, they are descendants of migrants.
Wait, let me finish.
from a long
Oh,
time.
see, you can't just say that too, because even in Ghana, for instance, if you go to the bordering state of most African countries, you can have like you have overlapping of ethnic groups.
There is some
on both sides of the country.
particularity, bro.
Man,
yes,
let me finish,
yes.
man. Let me finish, man. Stop interjecting.
Don't generalize.
Call, stop interrupting. Call Jesus. He's right because I'll give you a prime example. I'll give you a prime. Let me finish. I'll give you a prime example. Togo and Ghana, the border. You have airways on the Ghanaian side. You have airways on the Togo side.
Even
like
in
literally, when you're in Ghana on the Ghanaian side, the airways speak English. When you step across that imaginary, well, it's not even imaginary border into the Togolese side, the airways speak French.
Exactly.
It's the same thing with Ivory Coast.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing with Nigeria. You have Yorubas on the Benin side. You have Yorubas on the Nigeria side.
So
the minute you get to the border, the Yorubas on one side speak French. The Yorubas on the other side speak English.
Which is not the same with
wait, let me
Congo.
finish, man. Let me finish,
Congo
guys.
and
Let me
Rwanda, on the Rwandan side is the
You have to understand.
Let me finish,
that
guys. Let me finish my statement.
Zongo, let
Let Zongo finish. Go ahead, Zongo.
Let me finish. See, I stayed in Turkey. And Turkey. Wait, guys. Let me finish. I want to make this point because it's very important. I stayed in Turkey, and in Turkey, the border that shares with Syria. The reason why the Turkish president have always had issues with the bordering state with Syria is because they have the Kurdish people that are in Turkey, and also part of them are in Syria and Iran, and they want to have a Kurdish state. So you can always call yourself you're Turkey. It doesn't mean that the Kurdish people in Turkey do not share alliance with the Kurdish people in Syria and Iran.
I know
And I'm
they're the
saying,
Fulanis of the Arab world. Big deal.
so, let me say, and if Lewis is saying there are Tutsis in Congo and there are Tutsis in Rwanda, don't you think they will view themselves as the same people?
No,
Don't you think so?
no,
They
no,
will do. They
no,
will do. They will do that, and
no,
they're gonna.
That's exactly
you're
what they're
wrong.
doing.
You're
That's
wrong.
that's the point I was making. Okay, what it is Paul Kagame
No, no,
is
no.
using that as an excuse to control the Tutsis in DRC, and he's the one backing them, giving them the arms to march in and do
So
that.
you can't say. So
That's
you
what I'm
can't say
saying.
Congo is one country. Then you can't
Huh?
say Congo
Oh
is.
my
You
goodness.
can't say it's one. It means those people who are in Congo are following Kagame based on their ethnic alliance with them.
That's what I've been saying, dickhead, from the beginning of the
So
show.
what does that to do with country, though? What does that got to do with country,
Brother,
then?
why are you even arguing with me? You see, you're too stupid to make sense. If you listen to me, you
say,
understand.
wait, man, I think you're missing the point, though.
Guys,
You're missing the point.
please,
See, the point that you're missing is that
Zongo, please, let Amcar speak. No, Zongo, we get your point, my brother.
Okay, go.
We get your point. Let Amcar speak. Amcar, vas-y.
All right. Now, thank you for that concern. Now I'll tell you, yes, even in Congo, we have some of those dynamics. But remember, all rules, there is no rule with no exception. So even in Congo, like when you go to Congo Brazzaville, when it comes to Bakongo, there are Bakongo in Congo Brazzaville, Bakongo in Angola, Bakongo in Congo.
That's true.
When
I'm about Congo.
When you go to Katanga, there is Babemba in Zambia and Babemba in Congo. But it doesn't mean it's general. Let me give you an example of Tanzania. That's why I was telling you that it's not generalized.
Amcar, go straight to the Tutsi issue.
Yes.
Go straight to the Tutsi issue, please.
Yes, I will refer you. Whoever wanna read about this, let me give reference. There is 10 of reference, but I'll give you one. The book called Kings and Clan, written by David Newberry. He's actually an American professor. He went and studied this issue, or even Jan Vasina. He found this. Our brother who are Tutsi today or Hutu, Congolese, they were not there when the colonization came or when the border came. This is what happened. Let me explain you what happened. Even you can find this in notes of Harry Moto Stanley, who passed through that region. In his notes, he said he wrote the king who he met. Remember, Harry Moto Stanley is the one who went to collect the signatures of the chiefs of all the tribe or ethnic group which make up today Congo. You can look for it. You can go to the in Washington D.C. the museum. It's sometimes exposed there. If you ask, how is it called? Metropolitan Museum of Art. You can find this thing. Or in Belgium at the Tervuren, you can find this archive. In Congo, there were no Tutsi. Even Burton. Remember Burton, who went to discover? He was trying to discover the source of the Nile. He passed by Uvira and he went north. He wrote, in his notes, you can see all the tribe and chief of the tribe which he met, even the Arabs. So there is a lot of documentation which we can use. But you guys, you don't want to let us speak. In Congo, I sent Dynasty a map, which is in tempore non suspecto. It means it's a map which the Belgian did when they make up all Congo. The map of all the tribe and ethnic group which make up Congo. There was no Banyarwanda. There was no Hutu and Tutsi. Let me explain the border of Congo and Rwanda, how it's used.
That's what we want to know. That's how let's go ahead and speak about that.
Earlier on, I tried to explain how Rwanda came to be bigger like this. When you look at when you go to Google Map, you'll see between Congo and Rwanda there is a lake called Lake Kivu, right?
Yeah, I've seen it.
On the eastern side of that lake, there is a chain of mountains. That's the mountain which geographers call the Congo-Nile Divide. That mountain. Rwanda, with its many principalities, which you can call small kingdoms, during time of conquest, in that mountain there was other people who were living there. The Banyambiriri, there was Busozo, there was Bukunzi, until the 1900s, the Rwandan kingdom, it was a central kingdom, which was located. Do you see where Kigali is today? For people who have gone to Rwanda, the place where Kigali is, they used to call it Bwanachambwe region. That's where the central Rwanda kingdom was located. Then they start conquering other small kingdom like Bushiru, Nduga. Now, until the 1900s, they hadn't conquered yet this western part of Rwanda, eastern part of the Lake Kivu. Even von Godson, who they are saying he found Lake Kivu, he wrote it in his notes. It's with the help of Belgium and German that Rwanda conquered some other kingdom of the north and of south, with the boundary now of Congo and the Rwanda. If you know the area called Gisenyi, that name is a Rwandan corruption of Kihunde name, Kisenyi. It's the place to go get firewood, because that land is where it was the Bahunde's land, who are Congolese. But in 1910, when they went into treaties between Belgium and Germans, because remember the Belgians were stronger than the Belgian. There's no way the Belgian could take the land of the Germans. If you just think about that. So
question.
Now let me finish.
I'm cut.
Yeah, hold on.
How did the Congolese people came to have a Kinyarwanda speaking community in Congo?
Yes,
How did
I
that
explained
happen?
it before. I will explain it quickly. Now,
Yeah.
the Rwandan monarch that time. Another thing which a lot of people ignore, they think that this European, they were just coming and then by force putting people together. No, sometimes, most of the time, like in Congo, in the Congo, it was by collaboration, like by coercion. They tell them, oh, we can help you with this and this if you sign here. Or if you accept to be under the authority of this king,
sign treaties,
Leopold II. You see, that's how those treaties were done in Buhunde, in Bunyanga, in Bushi, in Uvira, in Bubembe, and these documents exist, but people don't want to do research and they don't want to understand. Now, the Banyarwanda, how they came to be in Congo. As I said, during this conquest, now in 1890, the first, the historian Jan Fasina, he thinks it's in 1890 when. Now Rwabugiri, with the help of the colonialists, conquered this part which you call the western side the eastern side of Lake Kivu and the west side of Congo Nile divide. Now these people, because they didn't like this king, he was so ruthless, that's when they start running now. And the first place in the document they arrived, it was in Kakamba, and it's in this region which you call Uvira. That's where they were hosted. They were hosted by Bafuliru because it's Bafuliru land. After that, because Rwanda is in high hill and it's cooler, they couldn't live well in that region because it's in the plain. This is now when, because the Bafuliru king discovered that this Banyarwanda, they are good on herding cattle, taking care of cattle, and the Bafuliru, they had cattle. So they employ them to be their cattle header, and this is how they went to.
Hello, brother. The soldiers are marching on to Kinshasa. What are you gonna do about it?
Because I kind of feel like, I think what you're missing is that you keep on saying Rwanda and Congo, right?
Listen now.
Keep on saying that, but I mean, I'm saying.
You've heard about Banyamulenge, right?
Zongo. Just to summarize.
So now, they are not on the border between Rwanda and Congo. No, they are at 100 or 200 kilometers, near mile from the border. And between them, where they are today, where they call Mulenge, and Rwanda, there is other people who are Bafuliru and Bashi.
So they came to push them away.
No.
They came as
Bafuliru. Listen, the Bafuliru installed them there in Mulenge because it's in highland and it's cooler. And even in 1959, when they came as refugees because of Rwanda revolution, the Belgian and the Seyser, there is video actually. You can go on YouTube and check Operation Banyarwanda. They again took them and installed them there in Mulenge, which is a village of Bafuliru, because it was a habitable there for them because it's cooler. That Mulenge, it was a post, it was like a colonial post, and that's how they installed them there. That's how the Banyarwanda came to be. Now, Congolese being so African and so hospitable, they welcome them as brothers all these years. It's
something that most African nations do.
Yes.
In the past, before this whole country's nation state was created.
Zongo. So to really clarify and summarize properly,
if people migrate,
exactly. So the way the Tutsi came to Congo, it was by migration afterwards.
Yes.
And they were not really native. They were not really native Congolese per se. So this was not really the land. So they just came in and settled. That was it basically.
Exactly. It's like that in most African countries, It's like that everywhere.
If you come to Ghana, that's fine.
If you come to Ghana, there's Hausa speaking people in Ghana. I mean, historically, Hausa people are from Ghana.
But now, let me ask you a question.
You get what I'm saying? So people always migrate.
in the US, let me ask you, let me show you a question. Like in the US, we have tribe, right? We have native tribes. And in Canada, there are native tribes. Now, if a native tribe of US goes to Canada after maybe 50 years, live maybe around Vancouver there, does he have a right to get a land and call that land now it is tribal land? That's not correct. And that's what you are trying to condone. Those our brothers.
I mean, see,
welcome
I
as a
mean, we
brother.
gotta really see, because
You
for
know,
me, the way I kind of look at it is that it's likelihood that Kagame is using the Tutsi, because that's how it's everywhere. See, even I've been in South.
Kagame is being used. So
So
Kagame is being
wait, let
used,
me
but
finish.
he
See,
was
I've been in
using
Cyprus before, right? I've been in Cyprus. Cyprus is an island comprised of Turkish and Greeks. When there was a conflict over there, the Turkish people, Turkish mainland Turkey, they went to Cyprus and went to protect the ethnic Turks over there. That's why if you go to Cyprus today, northern Cyprus is under the jurisdiction of Turkish government, and Cyprus, which is the southern Cyprus, is part of EU and is Greek Turkish. It's
But you know what,
That's
Zongo,
always been
see in
like that in
Congo,
most
right? I
countries,
know, Congo, Zongo, you see in Congo, right? In Congo, there's no particular land that only belongs to the Banyamulenge people.
Yeah.
There's
So
none.
when you say like
Let me clarify.
Congolese, this thing,
I saw in the
I
chat.
know
Somebody
like
asked,
it's like
it's
an
not only
ethnic
Tutsi and the Hutu as well.
differences.
In the Hutu as well. Let me explain also now the situation in North Kivu. Now in North Kivu, as I've told you, that land Kisenyi, which used to be called Kieshenyi, and the Luhengeri, which today is in Rwanda now, you call it Luhengeri. It was the land of Bahunde. Bahunde are today in Congo. During when there was a conflict between the German and the Belgian, they nearly came to fight, and they agree. Okay, the Belgian, the alibi which is the German was advancing. They were saying that the king of Rwanda doesn't want any of his population to be in another country. That's why they wanted to get that Luhengeri and Kieshenyi, which are land of Congolese Bahunde, to be into Rwanda. Now,
See,
this
I
is the
think Omka,
Rwanda.
if we have somebody from Tutsi that
Mhm.
resides in Congo,
Yeah.
what if you give you a different perspective too? Because even in Ghana, for instance, like this guy Louis is saying, "Oh, Akana Ashantis," but even historically within the current territorial boundaries of Ghana, they say the first people that came to settle in Ghana, the current territory, they say they were Guam people. All the ethnic group they migrated from somewhere else.
And it's not bad Tutsi and Hutu being in Congo.
You get what I'm saying? So we can't really. The issue of migration has always existed among.
Let me explain. Congolese
in Africa,
Look. Let me give you explain. Do you know that in 1968 to the 70, the chief, the Congolese, that time it was Zaire. The Zairian chief of staff was a Munyarwanda Tutsi. So Congolese have never had a problem with being a Tutsi or Hutu. Actually, they were welcome as a brother, like as you can be. But the only problem in that is the mentality of our brothers. You see, because in Rwanda, that's where you need to understand the history so as you can know what is going on right now. In Rwanda, the Tutsi has put the Hutu under like domination or colonization. So now when they were in Congo, in Congo, we are all equal. There's no this thing of Tutsi being a king and Hutu being a servant. No. You're all together. And in Congo, actually, because Hutu were more majority, when the Belgian now in the 1930, they wanted to make up another chiefdom of Banyarwanda in North Kivu. When you hear about Kishari or Bwisha, they bought the land to a chief, to a Bahunde chief, and make up a chieftaincy, which they install a chief, which is not authentic chief, a Munyarwanda, but he was a Muhutu. This is when you hear about Ngeze, Chief Ngeze, Chief Ndeze.
Yeah, but okay, let me ask you this question. Do you think if you ask the Tutsis over there, do you think they will claim that they are also indigenous of that land within the territorial boundaries of Congo? Or what is their viewpoint on that? Do they claim the land?
There is two views. Those who are peace, those who don't want war, they don't want to get allied to Kagame. They know that they accept. They know, they say we came through migration. We are Congolese, but of Rwandan origin. We came through migration.
Let's not be speaking about Rwanda. Rwanda is an artificial creation.
Yes.
There's no such thing as Rwanda and
Yeah,
Congo.
you ask me. No.
What the
There
hell are
is.
you talking about?
Man, you go read history. Go read history, bro. There is.
Right. So
Listen,
who should
just
so who
arguing
should
for the sake
rule
of argument.
so who should rule the DRC, Baki or Luba?
No.
What?
Listen, anybody,
No,
any Congolese
listen.
who's chosen
In
by
Congo,
Congolese can
yeah,
rule DRC. But the
exactly.
only
We don't
problem
go by tribes like that.
when the European got involved in Congo, because they don't want black people to have possession of this wealthy country, because they know there is the mind is there, the manpower is there. These people will develop, and it's gonna affect the whole region. You know,
Yeah, but
you think these people want
one
us
thing
to
that you're not
develop, to be
saying, you keep
advanced?
on
They don't
saying,
want. So that's why they do. Yes.
you keep on saying Rwanda and Congo, and we know, we hear on this platform a lot of times, even Pan-African platform, we've heard that this Berlin conference, Europeans sat down and they created this territorial boundaries. So we know, like, this nation states in Africa is an
That
the
has
Western people created that. So
That
if you
has
want to say, well, I'm saying, if you're making a point, stop bringing about it. They know, because let me see, my maternal, my grandmother's side, you know, her ethnic group, they are the 10 people. A little portion of them fall within Ghana, but majority of them are in Togo and Benin. So are you gonna say, like, oh, they come from
Yes,
Ghana and Benin?
listen,
No.
listen.
The real way. Wait, let me finish. The real way to define them is to define them from the border point within Ghana where they are all the way to Benin.
Of course,
That's
brother.
the best way to describe it. You
I'm
can't
not
just say, oh,
listen to me a little bit. If you listen to me, you'll understand. I'm Pan-African. Pan-Africanism, it means it's advocating for the betterment and development of black people or African people.
no, I'm saying, what are the Tutsis
hold
people
on.
over there? What is their viewpoint?
Yes,
You are presenting a different
let's
argument.
explain you,
He
brother.
said there'll be two.
There
He
are
said there'll be
those.
two
There
different.
are those who are like, we don't wanna get allied with Kagame. We are Congolese. Of course, we are Tutsi of Rwandan origin, but now we are Congolese. We are okay being in Congo. And there is those who are affiliated with Kagame. They wanna continue creating havoc because Kagame of Rwanda and Museveni, as they are being used as a proxy of Western power to get, you know, mines and all these things in Congo. Because another thing which them folks
but
want,
I mean,
you won't ask, bro, you ask question, but you want to interrupt me. Listen, of course, let me give you an example. Even in the same Congo, like there is Babembe.
Do you live in that border? Do you live in that border town? Do you live over there, the border town?
Yes,
where...
I've lived. I'm from Uvira. I've lived. I was born in Bukavu. Look at the map, and I usually go to.
Hey, Carl, what country are you in now, Carl? What country are you in?
Because I'm right near you, bro. I'm right here near you. But
where's that? Where's that? Tell me.
Let me give you an example.
Canada. He's in
Let
Canada.
me give you an example. Do you see?
No, I'm Carl. You come on, man. You can't give all the information and duck the question. What country? Listen, bro. You listen. I respect your facts. I respect your facts, and I respect your history. I'm just asking you a simple question, man. What country are you in now?
Right now, this month I'm in the US. As I said.
Okay.
Oh, he's in Canada.
So let me.
So he closer to me. He meant me. I'm in Atlanta. At Atlanta. What state are you in the U.S.?
I'm in Texas.
In Texas. You know what? They got a large Congolese in Baltimore too.
There is a few there. Yeah.
Oh,
I know
in Baltimore.
So where are the most Congolese at in America?
It might be Texas or Iowa.
Man,
yeah, I heard that too. I didn't understand that when I heard that. I thought somebody was lying when they said that.
In Iowa, damn.
Yeah, but that's the third time I don't heard that. I'm like, why the fuck would they go to Iowa? But I guess it's the same way. Why the fuck would they go to Belgium too? But continue, Uncle.
I think it's because we are traditionally conservative, although. In America,
man, come on, man. Even the Democrats, they have conservative.
We are not on that discussion.
Yeah,
Let me explain you now how to understand the situation in Congo. If you know South Africa, if you know South Africa and the Zimbabwe, because for Congo, for a lot of people, it seems like they can't understand. There is Zulu in South Africa, but there is Ndebele in
Zimbabwe.
Ndebele and Zulu are not the same, but there is other ethnic group like the Shona, the Kalanga and stuff. When the Ndebele go to South Africa, what they do, they integrate, most of them, those who went a long time ago in the 50s and 60s and 80s. They integrate into Zulu because they are kind of related. Now, it will be like Ndebele coming from Zimbabwe and going to South Africa, but instead, being in Venda area, because not our brothers, the so-called Tutsi or Banyarwanda. In Congo, we have Nilotics. This is what you have to understand. They are a subgroup of Nilotics. In Congo, we
Forget
have
about Nilotics. Speak about the local language. Forget about this foreign concept. Deep down over there, how do the people view themselves? Like, that's what we want to know. Because when I come to these Western countries, I do hear a lot of this term. If you go back to Africa, these people don't know Bantu and those things. Back home, nobody knows Bantu and those nonsense that we call themselves.
Like I've said before, Congolese they want to live together. Of course, we have our own challenge since the brother explained, since the colonization, the independence, and now, but all Congolese want to live together. But unfortunately, see, when Kagame took power in 1994, he has been instrumentalizing our brothers, from Rwanda, Tutsi especially, because when they push, as I explained before, they push these brothers from Rwanda, especially the Hutu in Congo. They knew with the dense forest in Congo, with the mines, with the mountains, it will be difficult for the Congolese government, even Rwanda. Do you know how many times Rwanda, using this alibi of going after the FDLR, have been allowed to come in Congo, cooperate with Congolese army to go and hunt them? More than 4 times. And they've never done anything. In return, what they do, when they capture, there is actually a UN report that shows that this so-called FDLR, which Rwanda is using as alibi, when they capture them and repatriated them to Rwanda, Rwanda actually brainwash them and then send them back to Congo, because it's a business. It's not about FDLR. The FDLR which Rwanda is after is minerals. It's coltan.
I want to check on the map. Where did the Rwandan army reach to in Congo? I want to check the map, please.
When today,
Goma.
Goma.
So Goma is North Kivu. Okay, northeast. So it's North Kivu by the border.
Omka, can I ask you a question?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, we're both Congolese. I just want to ask a question regarding the M23. Do you think they're gonna make their way to Bukavu?
This is the thing. It will be difficult because people.
Goma is just right on the border, like with
right on the border. You don't even know right on the border. That's what I just said. That's what I said at the beginning.
This are the same people. This information, and you want to argue with me about DRC?
So,
my friend, you don't even know the subject.
Louis.
Don't Louis me. Everybody knows Goma is where the bloody war is happening.
Man, shut up.
You come in here and want to fight.
What I'm trying to say. Shut up, man. The point I was trying to say, because when you
go suck your mama's pussy, you piece of shit. Suck your dick one day. You lucky you're not standing in front of me. You know why I'm an Ashanti. Fucking shut up,
you black ass nigga. Shut up, man.
Hey, hold on, Zargo. But this is what we were saying, Zargo. This is what we were saying in the beginning. You get what I'm saying? About them being on the border.
About Police. The point I'm trying to say, a lot of
you don't know what the fuck you talking about. You don't even know where Goma is. Why are you arguing? Why are you on the show? Why the fuck you on the show? You don't even know where the battle is.
I didn't listen to your point when you came on the show, man. I didn't listen to you.
Zongo, listen to me.
Shut up and apologize, you piece of shit. And I'm gonna shut you, by the way. Watch your mouth. We're gonna fucking take over Ghana again if you don't fucking we're gonna fucking run it properly.
Hold on a minute.
Zongo. They are the minorities in Ghana.
On that note, we gonna get the show. Hey, everyone, thank you so much for joining. Like, share, subscribe. Next time, family.
Go.